Greetings and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. I'm Barrett.
I'm Colin.
And this is
Hit and Miss
2024.
Yes, 2024. Wait, I gotta get my. What's my luck?
That my. Is that what I got going on?
I think so. This is you. Monica did say that we need to get a better picture of us too that she can use for this.
Remember we used to do stuff on with Jason on One Stop and I was be like, okay, let's do our thumbnail picture.
I know, and we go.
Or something like that.
We might need to do that.
We need to start doing that. All right. Thank you so much for joining. We are here for
iBattle team.
That's pretty awesome.
Said iBattle team.
2024. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see how we're doing here. We got lots of people in the chat.
Monica
already.
just said no joke. Better pick is needed.
Better pick is needed. That's what she says. iBattle a quitter gay. That's great. For those of you that don't know, there's a member of the group right now in chat named Steve from the Co-op Guild.
Steve is awesome, by the way.
And he does a thing on his live streams. If you go check out the
why haven't you
Guild.
started doing it?
Because no. This is the only code I know how to input.
Do you even know how to input that now?
Yeah. Well, actually, I can do it in my sleep.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Zach, good to have you here. This is awesome. Josh, awesome.
Hey, Josh, thanks for joining.
Good morning, maybe. All right.
Yeah, good morning. Getting ready to work.
We are going to talk about our games of 2024 that we played on the channel.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you like, oh, my favorite game, and this is like I was not too fun. I wasn't. This is my #1 game. My stuff like no. We're going to actually meet with Steve, and Derek over at the Co-op Guild, and Kim.
Hey, Broccoli Docklin and Kim.
Yep. Saturday morning, we're going to talk about our top games of 2024 and things of that nature. So please join us then over at the Co-op Guild for that one. Broccoli Docklin, it's good to see you. We are going to, I've got a few games queued up here that we can talk about, but we're going to go through our list of what we played and then kind of our thoughts on it and if we still have it or not. Because we get a lot of questions about like, okay, because like when we get our games, sometimes we're really excited for these games and they're really cool to us. And then as we play them a little bit more, maybe it doesn't stick, or maybe it did and it got even better and we played it even more.
And just because we're not doing it on the channel, we might actually really love the game for like Agamonia for you, right? You know, such things like that, so people can know what we're enjoying. You can't talk about your game of the year because Barrett probably hasn't decided yet.
This is true. This is true. I've got a lot to think about. My 12 games here.
Well, those weren't all 2024. So it's more like eight games from 2024 to choose from.
Right. All right, so I'm gonna have Colin start with his January.
So I thought it'd be fun. So actually, what I did is I went through each month and I pulled out our unique games that we played each month. And if we played a game multiple times and went over multiple months, we only just put it in the first month, stuff like that. So you want me to start?
Oh, also a big disclaimer. Right now, my family has a lot of stuff going on, and sadly, I'm kind of taking care of the dog. So if you hear some barking and stuff in the background, I apologize.
Yeah, she's just chilling, she's hanging over there. She's super cute. If she gets all excited, we'll have to show her.
We'll take care of it.
So you want me to start?
I'd say that, or I can go first. What do you want?
You pick.
You go first.
Okay. All right. So my first one, and I'm going to highlight these because otherwise I'm going to forget. The first one I played in January was Aventuria, Into the Black Boar. So all right, and that's from 2016.
You didn't put the dates on
put the years.
I don't have those on there.
Dude, I even made a list to know how many different years worth of games that I played. So I played 25 unique 2024 games, which is cool. And then 10 2023 and blah, blah, blah. Anyway,
great. Good to see you. Thank you.
All right, so Aventuria.
Yes.
So I didn't even finish the playthrough of the game on the channel because I was annoyed with that one. It's okay. I think that there's a good game there, but the amount of just dice rolling for just dice rolling's sake wasn't working for me very well. So I ended up getting rid of that one. I don't have that one anymore. I've tried it twice. I've actually sold it, gotten it, and sold it again. So it wasn't a game for me. But
Dale,
thanks for joining, Dale.
Oh my gosh, Dale!
Oh my gosh, Dale! We haven't seen a video from Dale in forever. Dale, I just watched one of your videos, Run, Fight, or Die, I think it was, and you taught me that whole game. So thank you. I appreciate it. We miss you. We miss you.
Miss you.
Okay, so Aventuria ended up getting rid of, but still a good game. All right, my next one. Then I did Space Corps Ventures. That's a 2018 game.
Okay.
That one is you're going out into the universe, outer space, and over 3 different eras, you're either expanding just to the moon and Mars, and then all of a sudden you're going to the whole solar system, and then finally you're going to entirely different constellations. That one is amazing. I still have it. I don't play it a ton because I don't play a ton solo, and it's really a solo game for me outside of the channel because generally when I'm playing solo, I'm going to play it on the channel to teach you guys games. So it is one, though, I'm never getting rid of. Loved it. That was Space Corps.
That's awesome. You want me to do one?
Why don't you do one?
Okay. I've got, on January, I did Nova, it throws
Oh, yes. Oh, you said it so great.
I did a good job that one.
Nice.
So that was it's a dungeon crawler kind of set in the I want to say French Revolution, I think, or French no, Renaissance. Renaissance, right?
Yeah.
So that is not here with me anymore.
No.
That's gone.
Did you paint some of it though?
I did
feel
paint
like you
it
did
because
usually
I had a really
when you
good
paint,
time.
that
I know.
means
That
you're
means
excited about it.
enjoy the game, and I was actually having a good time with
So
it.
what changed?
You know what changed about it is the fact that it wasn't progressing as well as I was hoping it would.
Okay.
It
what does
kind of
that
became
mean?
a lot of the same stuff.
Okay.
And I was hoping for more difference. When the first mission happened, I really liked the fact you had one map, and then you went through these little cards and kind of did like little story parts about these cards, and you ended another part of the map and kind of got out, right?
Okay.
And I thought that was really cool. But the second one really didn't kind of do that. It just kind of became more this dungeon crawler, and then they started throwing fire around, and I had to put out fire. I was like, I don't want to be putting out. It almost felt like a fetch quest in like and I played enough of those in Warhammer that I don't need to be doing that. So,
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Thank you.
There you go.
Even though I never really played it much. So that game, boop, out the door.
Went out the door. Yes. Okay.
That's how that one went.
Okay, that makes sense. And that was a 2024 game.
It was a 2024 game.
So that's definitely not your #1 game of 2024. Okay,
Nope,
we can start
nope,
counting
we
them
can start
down.
counting them
We'll be
down
able to figure it out.
Adventure would be fun.
Yep.
It feels aged,
It
though.
does feel aged.
Dang, I got excited. I thought
Hey,
you said
Maladin is on there. That's the fantasy version. I did play that. I think saying the game's name wore you out.
That could definitely have been part of it.
That's amazing.
How do we get our hands on these misfit games?
Good luck. I have no idea. What do you mean? Give us more info,
Come on, Fire Drake.
What do you need?
What misfit games?
Yeah, tell me. As you're doing that, I'll talk about my next one.
Yeah, which one's that?
Astronauts. Still have it. It's Aeon's End in space. It's
Oh, yeah.
more easy, and that's actually from 2023.
2023.
It is more accessible. So my kids, we actually played the full campaign with my kids twice over because they enjoyed that one so much. Ain't getting rid of it. They love it. Nice deck builder. So that's a good one.
Awesome.
All right, you want to go back to you?
Yes, I'll do one, and then you do two.
Okay.
Well, okay, I did. Apparently, I did KDM.
Yeah, you had a KDM in January.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I play?
You were doing the Gator. You know, you started your new campaign.
Oh, that's right.
Then
I did
made
like
you
a
stop.
couple plays, and then I kind of thought, oh, hey, we might do this one.
Apparently, I played KDM.
It was January, man. It's so far away. So far
I want
away.
your discarded games. Hit us up. Send us a note. Okay.
That's right. KDM. Yeah. So I mean, you're surprised I still have it.
Do you really still have that one?
Have
Oh my
KDM.
gosh,
It's
I can't
amazing.
believe it.
Not only that, I bought some Black Friday junk thanks to
that was Zach's
Bra,
fault.
Mithra, and Zach.
Yeah.
Telling me what to do.
They were like, hey, you should totally
You
get
should
these.
get these.
should
These will add
extra
some stuff to the game. It's like, okay, bye. So yeah, I got more of that coming, which will be awesome. Go
I'm
for
excited.
2 of these.
Okay, so my next one, I did New Frontiers, the Starry Rift. That was an expansion from 2018. That one is in the Race for the Galaxy, but it's the board game version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you actually played that
one.
with us.
Yeah.
Did you like that one? I'm curious what you
I
thought
liked
of that
all
one.
those ones.
Okay,
I thought those were the one I liked the least was that dice one.
Oh, that's right. You don't like the roll for the Galaxy.
Yes, but I liked all the other ones, and I think the reason why is I just didn't quite. The mechanics of it always held me up somehow.
You were always trying to do something with the dice, but they weren't in the right spot. And
They kind of held me up a little bit.
I like New Frontiers and all of those. I love those games because there's the simultaneous actions.
Right.
This one though doesn't have the simultaneous, which is a little bit makes it longer. But I still really enjoy it a lot. I'll choose an action to do, and then everybody else can follow it. But you have to go in player order. But you're just trying to score the most points. But it's really good. Hey Matt,
Good to see you,
awesome
Matthew
to see
Rose. Yeah, you are the one. I'm looking at you. Black Friday board game deals can be one.
Can get one in trouble.
Bye.
Bye.
That's what happened.
That's Baron for you.
That's right.
Then I played my absolute favorite game of all time from 202011, Lord of the Rings: The Card Game.
And I've got a picture for this one.
do you have a picture
Yeah,
of
I
that?
do. Check it out.
What is that? How did you find that picture? What?
Oh, I'm gonna pass out. I'm laughing so
Where
hard.
did you get that picture? Is that me?
Yes, that's you.
Oh my
magician
God.
never reveals his secrets.
Did you get that from Facebook?
I don't know.
You must have gotten that from Facebook. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at the necklace. Do you see that necklace? I thought it was so cool with that necklace. Oh, and I had a sleeveless shirt on. Look at that. I got a sleeveless. This is ridiculous. I can't believe. Oh my gosh, you are insane.
Oh, I found that picture.
I cannot believe. Okay, that's not Lord of the Rings.
No, it's not Lord of the
But
Rings.
is that the year that it came out? Was that 2011?
No.
Oh, okay. You're just being a jerk.
Picture came out. Something about you being in 8th grade, I think, is when you had took that
Oh
picture.
my gosh, that is hilarious that you found that. All right, move away from that picture. No one else needs to see that.
Well, okay, you finished with Lord of the Rings.
Oh, but
not
yeah.
anymore.
Hey guys, 2024 was so close to an epic year in gaming. Eric, good to see you, Eric.
Eric, good to have you here.
I mean,
There was a
best
lot of good
team
stuff.
ever, Zach. Bear killing even before the game. Is that calling from 2023? What? Board game officer. I wasn't 11 in 2023. Oh, that is straight up Charlie Brown with Lucy. If I would say yes. Okay, so in Minnesota, they had all these Linus
they
and
do.
Lucy, and my mom made me go around and take pictures of all of them.
That was amazing.
Oh,
See, I
that's,
thought you,
that's
not only would you go down memory lane on our games, we go through memory lane with our pictures today.
okay. I'm hoping to goodness you have some for you then.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah. There's
Thank
some in
goodness.
here. Don't worry.
Thank goodness. All right.
Late
But
90s,
yeah,
yo.
love Lord of the Rings. It's my favorite LCG, definitely for sure, without a doubt. I just love the theme and I love the deck building.
Yep.
And it's really enjoyable. So yeah, that one is never getting rid of it. I love
And
it.
there is this is a pretty epic year in gaming. There's a
No,
lot of
I
stuff.
totally agree. There's so many good games in 2024.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about a 2024. You did.
I did.
Or is that a 2023 game?
Might be 2023.
Okay, I don't know. All right, it's back to you, I think, because the other two I have are live. You can talk about the two live ones.
We have Distant Skies. I've got a picture for it.
Actually, you have an actual picture.
Yeah, you
I
like
was
that
thinking, oh no, what's this gonna be?
No, so this one we played together.
Liquefied pork. It was a muscle shirt.
It was
I
a
don't know
muscle
what.
shirt.
It was not
Really
muscle
cool.
shirt. It was
I don't
just
think I've ever
skin
seen you
shirt.
wear anything like that in my life.
And I had a necklace.
Yeah,
I was a baller, man.
You were a baller. That's right. I forgot about that. You played a lot of basketball.
I did. I did a basketball, and I played basketball.
That's right, I
I
forgot
was
about that.
tiny, skinny, and I shot lots
You
of hoops. Okay.
shot lots of
yeah, we
hoops.
played Distant Skies together.
we did.
And we
And
played the original Sleeping.
We did. We played
Sleeping
both of these
Gods.
all the way through. We don't have Distant Skies anymore.
No, and we don't have Sleeping Gods
No,
anymore.
we got
Yeah.
rid of both of them.
I mean, they're good.
Really
They're
good.
I would recommend finding them, playing them, selling them. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do.
And
Yeah.
I think it is because the one time through it, it wasn't necessarily the overarching story that was that great. It's the small little stories that happen. But the problem that I had with the game is you never felt that challenged.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I like to be challenged in games. I know that Distant Skies technically isn't a game you're supposed to feel fully challenged in.
Yeah.
Because it's a really fun exploration game.
Yeah, it's more
Right?
focused on the exploration, but for Barron likes to die in games and die often. If you want to see him die a lot, watch Primal.
Wow, I did die a lot. I did die.
I think there was one time you didn't die, right? So if he doesn't die in the game, it's not good. So that's why generally when we play games, I actually try and make it harder for him just so that he enjoys it. So you might think we're playing semi-co-op, but really I'm cooperatingly trying to help you
And
enjoy
that's
it.
why I make sure that I never help him. That's how it all works.
Oh, that might be true too.
Egmonia, 7 Citadel, ISO Guard, upgrade Title Blades 2, etc. If we just got Iridia, or would have been insane. That's a lot of. You know what? We're going to talk about a lot of
I'm
those.
going to talk
right
about
there.
a few of those.
There's a lot of fun here. Colin, I like Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Well,
Here's a picture of you with Lucy. my wife asked me, what the heck? I mean, I don't know. That was just so random. I loved it though. That was amazing.
Where that came from?
Oh my gosh. All right, so Distant Skies, we enjoyed it, but we don't have anymore. Okay.
Correct.
What
Correct.
about Arkham Horror? That's our other live one that we did.
We did Arkham
Yeah.
Horror. We have that one.
Oh, and Distant Skies was 2023. Arkham Horror is 2016.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
But I mean, and actually, I'm in the process. I haven't done it yet, but I need to get the new one, the new Arkham Horror stuff, because I really want to have it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also a fan-made scenario called.
Remember, I got it. I
Yeah,
have
you
it.
got it, and I should know this because it's one of my favorite
I know,
sci-fi
but now
shows
I
I've
can't-
ever seen. Black,
No, not black.
white, orange,
It's
green.
not a color. Is it a color?
No.
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pitch,
Anyways.
no, not Pitch Black. That stars something. That's not one of them.
Okay. Nope. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sure that we're gonna know in a few seconds.
Yeah. Regardless, that one. We're never getting rid of.
We're never getting rid of it.
You would say that's probably your favorite LCG. I mean, I think that's
It
the
is
only.
my favorite LCG.
That's the only one that you collect.
It's the only one I collect.
Yeah,
I do not
yeah.
collect Lord of the Rings because you have it all, and
Yeah.
Marvel Champions.
Yeah.
Never been a fan.
I
of it.
have it, but I don't have all of Marvel Champions, but I have some of it. I have some of that one. All right. That's
Event
it for.
Horizon. I wish it was called Event Horizon. That movie
no.
is that That's one of the best sci-fi movies of all time.
Event Horizon?
Oh yeah.
Why? I
So
need to write
good.
this down. Event
Horizon.
Okay.
It's a rated R kind of.
Okay,
scary.
never mind. I'm not watching it.
It's kind of scary.
Okay. All right. Was that your January? I think that's my January.
That's my January.
Okay. Let's move to February.
February.
So we can talk about this one together because we actually played this one live too together. This is a 2024 game, Mythwind.
Oh, I've got a picture for this one.
Oh. Right there. Just there he is. There he is. Is that what you were thinking when you were playing that game?
No, I know what I was thinking. This is what happens when you play a lot of Myth. I would play a lot of Myth when they took this picture.
That's awesome. That looks fun. This is so good. You had way too much fun. He was like, I'm going to get pictures for some of them. I'm like, why are you getting pictures for them? Now I understand.
At 2:30, you got nothing to do. You're like, I got a great idea.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So Mythwind. Mythwind, in this game, you can't lose.
No.
And you are just, you have different characters and you're exploring the character itself and you're kind of building through whatever the character can do. For example, the farmer is farming or the innkeeper is having people stay at the inn. And then you're drawing events that can cause more events to go into your event pile. And then sometimes you'll get some sort of a storyline, but there really isn't an ending of the game.
Yeah.
And you can kind of just keep playing into perpetuity and you can't really lose, you can't really win. And so that's why we couldn't really keep the game. We sold that one. Actually, we gave it away.
We gave it away.
It was not...
Was the AH...
No, it was not Stranger Things. What is it?
Nope.
Dark
Matter.
Dark Matter.
There you go. One of my favorite sci-fi shows.
You were looking
the
for a
older
color.
one, not the newer one. I haven't seen the newer one yet. And just in case, I do actually have Mythwind begun.
What is that picture? Who approved it? That was Robin. That was Robin.
That picture.
It really doesn't eat
Just
his
wait, Robin.
veggies.
There's more.
Bear threatens to become the dragon as a threat. That would be very scary.
No, that was actually more about 12:30 at night playing Myth with three of us.
Yeah.
Robin and Karen Eric, my other two friends.
Robin should know about that picture.
Oh, she knows about that picture. I think she actually got up to go get something, and that's when my friend said, "Hey, what's that under the couch right there?" I said, "Oh, it's my son's dragon helmet." And he's like, "Oh, you should wear that." And I go, "Roar!" They took a picture of me.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so we didn't keep Mythwind. It wasn't for us. We don't love games where they're. I mean, he wants to die in games, right? You can't die in Mythwind. So
no, I enjoy the journey. The problem is the journey was boring.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
And I'm going to say that it just wasn't my thing. I don't want to. I never liked The Sims either, because if I wanted to do menial tasks, I would just do them in my house.
Instead of doing them on the game. I totally get it. I think I enjoyed it more than he did, but still not enough to keep it, because I didn't feel myself ever pulling it out to play. So.
I would say that some of the characters actually were kind of cool to play.
Oh yeah, they were unique and interesting.
It was just so hard because I'm like, why am I doing this?
Exactly.
That was my biggest problem.
That was the biggest thing.
Barrett chose violence.
Barrett always chooses violence.
Robin blocked it. Robin blocked it out.
Yeah, can you blame her? All right. Next one in February was Jump Drive. You actually played this too.
I did.
Yeah. Jump Drive, super fun, super quick. I still have it. It's just like Race for the Galaxy, just pared down very, very minimally.
Did I play Jump Drive?
Yeah, you played Jump Drive. Remember? You have your cards and you put them down and they give you points and then you draw and the first person gets to 50 points and the game's over. We played like 3 or 4 rounds.
Did I not get last place?
Oh, you got last place. Hard on that one. Was Mythwind the one with the cool little trays that I wanted to like? Yes, Robin.
Yes, it is the easiest game I've ever seen get to a table in my entire life.
Yeah, just.
I have never put a game on a table faster in my entire life.
It was very
which is one of the things that draws you to it, because like we've been saying, you play it and you can just pack it up, put it away, play it.
Well, and you keep your player board set up. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But it's just why would you play it? That was the biggest thing. You're having a hard time with why. Yeah. Anyways, Jump Drive is great. It's that one I recommend if you like Race for the Galaxy, but you want it to be much quicker. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. You can play it in 20 minutes. And it also has a solo mode, which is fun. So, yeah, that was Jump Drive. You also played that. We also played Race for the Galaxy.
I played Race for the Galaxy.
Yeah. And that's my oldest game, 2007.
Really?
That came out in
that old?
2007.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's good. And the funny thing is, you're going to hear all the older games that we play. We probably still have because we've kept them this long.
Yeah.
A lot of the 2024s are the ones you're going to hear about. Rise of Faringard had such a great save system and so quick step, and it was very similar to this.
I do wish that we could play that at some point. We got to figure out how we're going to do that. I still haven't played that one, Eric. You know, I got a copy, and guess what happened? He took it from me.
And then I got the upgrade pack.
And then he got the upgrade pack.
And he's not getting back.
And so I'm not getting it.
Not getting back.
Which is fine. I've got more than enough games. But yeah, so Race, Jump Drive, and New Frontiers, all in that same vein of the Race for the Galaxy. Enjoy all of them. Then I played Star Wars Outer Rim.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I
like that
game.
And you got all the new stuff.
Yes.
Or the upgrade stuff.
Well, I did get a bunch of upgraded stuff. I found a bunch of upgraded stuff. I got Bill to paint all of the minis with the ships that you can combine, and it's so fun. That's just a nice pick-up, deliver game. Or you can be a bounty hunter, and you can do whatever you want to do, which is really cool. And
yes.
It's a very sandboxy game. I love sandbox solo games. Hey, you need to get a certain amount of points. You need to do something. Figure out how to do it and beat the AI, and it works great. I love that. I will never be getting rid of that game.
Which one did we just play that was like that? Oh, it was the one we did live, where it's like the sandbox idea. You need to get a certain amount of
Wandering
points.
Galaxy.
It didn't matter how you did it, just as long as you get it.
Yep, exactly.
Same type of deal.
So that is one I still love. That's back from 2019. Still love it. Not going to stop playing that one. Do you have anything for February?
Well, you're going to be surprised that Steve thinks Rise of Faringard's fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? That was his game of the year for 4 years.
Yeah.
Or his game he was excited for.
And then it became game of the year.
I do like co-op games. I'm good. Rise of Faringard is a great co-op game, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a two-player co-op, right?
Rise of Faringard is two-player co-op. It's fantastic.
One that we can both talk about, Robinson Crusoe. I played that one. I got the
Super Edition.
Full Super Edition.
I really like that book.
Yeah, I mean, I need to play more of them.
I still got it.
Yeah, I still have mine.
Yeah.
I have everything.
I have everything too.
It's a great game, but one I find is best to leave up and play in 1 or 2 nights. I don't think it's a good get out and play game. Yes.
Yes.
Robin saying hate it.
Hate it.
To Robinson Crusoe.
Yep, that's right. Colin has his copy, and I'm actually probably going to be getting rid of mine.
But it's okay. You can always play mine with me.
I can always play you with yours.
I would love Robin to play one time with you. I would love to, if you just would let me play with you one time, I think we would have a good time. We would have a really good time.
All right.
Okay.
Well, me and Robin and I will come
Barrett
over.
loves it because you can die a lot, right? That's one.
Robin and I will come over to your house and we'll play with you guys.
But so Robinson Crusoe, it's a worker placement cooperative game where you're trying to survive on an island. There's jillions of different scenarios.
Yes.
1 to 2 hours a night for a long period of time. Eric, got it, totally. And you're talking about Rise of Faringard. That's different than Robinson Crusoe. Okay, what else do you have for February? Do you have anything else?
Yes.
What do you have?
Eggmonia.
Yes.
Eggmonia is no, I don't have a picture of that one. Eggmonia is a dungeon crawler again, but it does the perfect way of doing a dungeon crawler.
That's 2024, by the way. That's a 2024. Okay, cool.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know.
All right. So this one is awesome in the fact that it's a dungeon crawler, but does it the right way. It's not just, okay, here's like, it has a little bit of story, and then it's like, okay, here's your dungeon, go do stuff. Like this actually has cards on the thing, and exploration points on the map as you're kind of doing things at the same time, and you can't ever see it all. You're not gonna have enough time to play it. You played it once with me.
I played it once with you and Robin.
And you know what? That mission we played was completely different from the other 2 missions we did. It was super cool. Like we had all this stuff going on, and we had to try to make things happen and not happen, and things. It really was cool. That one we had to go through barriers that we had to unlock and do. Then you had to figure out how to unlock the barriers, and it's hard to do in a dungeon crawler to do something like that. So yes, I still have it. And yes, I backed the upgrade stuff for it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
The new stuff that's
once again, I bought that game. He took it from me, and then he buys the upgrade stuff. That's the second game now.
Let's keep going.
That is hilarious.
We'll find more like that.
All right, do you have any others for February?
There is no surviving. Surviving that game is impossible.
Talking about
Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah.
Eggmonia is awesome. This is true. In February, the only other game I played was Mythwind.
Oh, okay. Mythwind. The Mythwind background is nice, but can we get back to Barrett the Magic Dragon? Barrett the Magic Dragon scaring me. Love Agamotto. We just ran out of time to get back to it. I'd love to power through that on some weekend. And yes, we still have from Colin. Yeah.
Yes.
So at some point, I'd like to play that one. I mean, I played one mission, which was great. I'm really glad you let me play that mission. But I definitely like that one.
For sure.
I think I need to play more of it to know. All right, are we into March?
Yes.
All right, March. March is a big month for me. I played Primal. First time I played Primal, The Awakening, and I loved it, and I still love it. And I think that if you are a fan of any sort of card management in a game and you like to die, this game is for you.
This game is pretty amazing.
Yeah, how the boss works, where it doesn't have its own turn, it's reacting to what you're playing. It can feel overwhelming to remember all the reactions. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing because
my favorite is the time you're like, oh, well, if I hit it, it's going to activate those 3 cards. Oh, it should be just fine. 23 damage. Yeah.
I think we both died when I did that. Yes. Maybe I should give Primal a third try. See, I think at this point it's not for you. You're not a boss battler, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the card play, I will say, 4 players, I don't recommend it. No. It's going to be way too long of downtime. 2, I think, seems to be the best. Unfortunately, they say when you have a full group of 4 hunters, you can have the most whatever. I don't know. We really enjoyed it at 2, but it was very hard. But I like that. Top 10 list of games Barrett stole from Colin coming later. I should have totally do that.
Should have been a good one.
That would be a good one. There's a lot of them.
There is.
Tim, nice to see you, by the way. I don't know if I said hi to you.
Thank you for joining, Tim.
Oh, you scared me.
There you go.
So yeah, Primal. That was one of my favorites of March that we played, and that was the first one I played in the beginning of March.
All right. You want to go to your next one? I'm going to see what...
my next one is Mage Knight.
Mage Knight.
What do I even need to talk about with that one?
Well, here's your picture.
What is that? This is from when I was playing for a concert.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Got me from, I think it's my recital. I think it's my senior recital. I've got a cake pop that we made.
Yep.
It was so good. Yes. Oh my gosh. So that is college, I think. And look at that. Look at, I'm so cute. I can't even do it. Oh.
Almost.
But yeah.
You can't rogue stealth and Primal.
Steve, you can't rogue stealth. There is stealth in Primal, though.
There is.
There is, and that
you can jump in bushes.
Well, you can jump, but there's stealth. You didn't play a character that has this, but you can go into stealth, and then when you play a card that would normally react, the boss would react. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So, what's her name? The Arrow Girl. She has that, which is Mira. That one's really cool. All right, let's move off of that picture. That's an embarrassing picture.
Okay. The only other picture I got there is Mythwind. Okay. You're kind of stuck with this one. All right, talk about Mage Knight.
Mage Knight's great. Hand management, actually, it's very funny. I played Primal, The Awakening, and then Mage Knight back to back, and I think it was because Primal made me think of Mage Knight because of the card mechanics in that game. So absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorites, and I've got to see if I can hide this picture because he's not here. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, there we go. We got a Primal picture. He doesn't even have oh, yeah, all you're going to have is Mythwind. Colin has that I am Batman look on his face. Yes, that is for darn sure. I don't know what, I think I was just eating a cake pop, which was tasty. Steve, I don't know what challenge you were trying to accept, but I accept you accepting a challenge. This is a picture of Colin thinking of how freaking great Mage Knight is. We had a Primal picture.
I know I did.
Ridiculous. Looks like a stock photo that comes with a frame. Yeah, yeah, totally. Okay. I also played, and I still have. Oh, speaking of which, I kept Primal, obviously. I mean, I got it fully painted. I have keeping Mage Knight. I've got tons of upgrades for that game, and I've got somebody who he does all of this fan-made content. He actually sent me something recently that I need to just paint up, and then I can play some more Mage Knight. So I'm absolutely loving Mage Knight. Plum Island Horror. Do you like Dawn of the Zeds? Have you heard of the game Dawn of the Zeds? We still haven't played that one. But if you've heard of Dawn of the Zeds, the designer also came out with a new zombie game called the Plum Island Horror, and it's fully cooperative, and it is fun. It is a little bit on the long side, and I felt like it was geared a little bit on the easier side, so they're going to fix that with the expansion. I've already pre-ordered the expansion. I'm excited for that. But it's where you have zombies coming in to the Plum Island area, and you're trying to save civilians while you're also fighting off the zombies. And there's unique zombies, there's unique civilians, lots of fun, crazy things happen. I love it. I'm still keeping it. I've kept the expansion. It's great. Totally a recommend for me if you enjoy Dawn of the Zeds. It's not going to be a short game, though, at all. Not going to be a short game, but it's really fun.
If you're looking for a good playthrough of Dawn of the Zeds, check out
Doug Herring.
Doug Herring, Mystic Eye Games. He's done a couple of them, and he does a really cool job. He even threw in like all of it. Like he really gave himself a challenge. It was really cool to see.
That is awesome. Anyways, that's Plum Island Horror. Hit, and miss.
That's right.
Hey, Steph, thanks for joining.
Good to see you.
All right, what do you have for March?
Did
I have
you
one
keep
more.
Plum?
What?
Did you
Oh
keep
yeah, I
Plum?
kept Plum.
Okay.
I pre-ordered the expansion. That's
What day
hopefully
is
going to
this,
make it a little more
March?
challenge. Yeah. What day is it? That's a month.
Yeah. 7 Citadel. I
Oh.
did 7 Citadel. It's the only game I did in March.
Yeah, it is the only game.
But I did a lot of it in
You
March.
did.
I did a lot. I think I did like 3 missions in March.
Yeah.
And I still want to get back to this game. This game is really fun.
Wait, was that my copy or your copy?
my copy.
No, I gave my copy to somebody else. Yeah, that's right.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
I'm just kidding. I haven't played that one. I really.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to. But
should.
There's too many things to do.
Too many things to do. It's a long game. I mean, each time you go out, it can be pretty long. Of course, they have a save system, and you can use a save system. I would never recommend using a save system because the way that this works, as opposed to the 7th continent, is that you always, after each mission, kind of can come back and go out again, come back, go out again, and you're doing. And the cool thing about it, as you're playing it and you're moving, it points you in the direction you're supposed to go.
And then if you don't pay attention to it, you go the opposite way.
And
like
that would be bad. Yeah, that would be bad. But so if you, which is kind of nice. And as you think you're getting, and it actually has cards that are in the thing specific to the mission you're on. So if you see this, the iconography of your particular mission, you're drawing that card instead of the card that would normally be there. So it actually, that mission actually comes to fruition because of the extra cards, which is really neat.
That's kind of cool.
So I do like that. I like it a lot. I like 7 Citadel. Really, really good.
You still have it.
Still have it.
Do you have it? Do you like it better than 7th Continent?
Yes.
Have you ever put out all of 7th Continent on the ground?
I will never do that.
Why not?
Because I want to be surprised as I'm playing through the game.
You're going to really remember what those continents are?
After I play all the curses, I will.
Oh, I had seen a picture of somebody doing that, and it looks so cool. They kind of blurred it, but how awesome would that be to have just the whole
I bet it's
island?
fantastic.
Just, not island, it's a continent.
Yeah.
On the floor. That'd be so cool.
Yes.
Actually, funny thing. Hold on. I got to say this thing before I forget. With Sleeping Gods, the original one, I almost bought a second copy of it so I could have more of the books so that I could make the whole map. Because you know how when you move in Sleeping Gods, you flip the page? I wanted to have it all open so you could just look at the whole world
you want to take it
together.
out of the spiral?
Yes. And then just buy a second one and get all the second pages and just have the whole board out. I know it'd take a ton of space, but it would just
be kind
look
of cool
so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I love... Because I'm just imagining if you're designing the game, that's how you design it, and then you have to pare it down to just what you're going to see, just the 2 pages. I think that's really cool. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No idea. Liquitter says that he was a play tester for Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, that's cool, Zach.
Yeah.
Dan, good to see you.
Thanks for joining. 7 Citadel, what was I going to say? I've enjoyed it. I want to come back to it. I still have it. Oh, and I backed all the extra stuff coming for it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
So,
what the heck else is coming? More curses?
7 Citadel is not a curse thing. It's different.
Sorry. What, okay, missions?
Yeah, kind of like different little expansion stuff.
Okay.
I honestly, I can't even remember what I
That
backed
look you gave me was like, curses? Who would think curses? Hey,
right.
I haven't played the game.
Is that Barrett phone number on his shirt?
Yes. Try calling it. See what happens.
See what happens. It's not. What would have been better if it was Colin's phone number?
Oh my gosh,
That would have been like that. I'd have zipped up and I'd unzip my coat and pull it out. And be like, I'd be like, man, what are you doing on my shirt? Threats. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Threats.
Thanks, Eric. Threats. Oh.
The backlog is real. This is very true, Morganite.
I really do want to play that one.
Alex from Board Game Co. had a good YouTube video thing about like the campaigns he's keeping and not keeping and why, and like his main focus of it was very true to all of us. I sometimes oversee what I actually have the time to play, kind of thing. And I was like,
we all do.
We all do, and that's very, very true.
I would say what's so funny is when you're a kid, you have all the time in the world, but no money to get your games.
Right.
And then when you're an adult, you have the money to actually get your games, but you don't have any time to play them. And yes, that's the hard part. She's like, oh, well, I can just pick up that game. I'll totally play that with my wife in 9 years.
9 years.
You know, now
my kids will play that with me. No.
Right now, my kids will play it with me. Yours, not
no,
as
he
much
wants
right
to.
now.
He wants to destroy me in some game.
Yeah, you know, Warhammer all day. I have one more in March that I did. It's Kinfire Delve.
Yes.
And I do still have that game. That's a 2023, 2024 game. Definitely enjoy it. It's nice and quick. You have cards in your hand and you're going to play them, but you don't replenish your cards. When you replenish, you then take kind of, I can't remember if they're called injury cards or whatnot, but you have a detriment, which then lets you draw more cards. Hey, Luna. Isn't Luna adorable?
Okay.
Oh, hit. No. Hit, miss, and
Bark.
home run.
Home run. Missing home run.
Always plan ahead. Yes.
Right.
But anyways, enjoy the Kinfire Delve series. I have 2 out of the 3. I didn't get the newest one yet, just because I just haven't. But they only came with 2 characters, but if you have 2 boxes, then you can play with 4 characters, and now I think there's 6 characters out. It's a mini Colin. Oh, so true. Collection grows more left and shrink every year. Yeah. Yes, it's a challenge.
See, that's the good thing. I never have a game in shrink because I always do an unboxing.
There you go. Yeah, you never have in shrink. I do.
There's some that aren't punched.
Oh, I don't have to worry, but once I open them, I have kids that love punching. They love punching games. Actually, Tyler, my 4-year-old, do you have any punching for me, Dad? I'm like, oh, here, punch these tokens.
Punch these tokens, go to town.
He loves it. Okay, I think, is that it for March?
Yes.
Do you have anything else? Okay, April.
April.
What do you have for April? How many do you have for April? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for April. You have 2? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll do 2 and then you do 1, and yeah. So the first one that I did in April is One Hit Heroes, which I did back. I really like that. My kids loved it. We played through the 4 missions of that one. That's a really quick game where you are considered to have only 1 health, but really you actually have 3 health or 2 health because you have items that you can take damage.
And I've got a, what's this here?
We are all set for retirement. Years worth of entertainment. Soon we're still alive. Can see the tiny print. Still have our minds and actually are able to retire. Yes,
that's it.
All of the above. We keep talking about how when we retire, we're gonna have to just
play games.
Yeah, play games.
I've got a picture for One Hit.
What? Is that you? That is you? That is a one-hit hero right there. What is that? Tell me the year.
But I'm like, maybe I would say 6th grade?
6th grade, dude. Look at you. Look at how much hair you have.
Oh, dude, I had luscious, flowing locks. I had flowing locks, baby.
Dude, down to here.
I know, I had flowing locks, baby. I was amazing.
Okay, just so everyone knows, I didn't meet Bernd until 2019. So I've only known him like what he looks like now. So 6th grade, this is awesome.
Yeah, I used to actually be hip because back then long hair was hip.
Well, yeah, long hair was hip.
I was kind of cool.
Never played Kinfire Delve, but Kinfire Crown is great, and I love how the top of box becomes a playmat. Yes, that's really cool.
Flowing
and Kinfire Delve, I'd recommend if you want something short, but Kinfire Delve or Kinfire Chronicles is a great full campaign story. My kids and I have been playing through that. That's been wonderful.
One hit here.
What happened to that hair?
I know.
What happened to that hair?
I don't know. Poor hair. I had no idea what it's definitely was. That's right. It's all gone.
Oh, don't worry. Mine's going the same way, man. I got 12 years, and then I'll be just like that.
Yep, it was amazing.
But okay, so One Hit Heroes, which we've got one right here. One Hit Heroes, you are working together to try and defeat a boss, and you only have 1 health, but you have items that can actually take damage. Right. Yeah, and you use this very reflective board that's hard to record, but you're playing cards, and every time you do stuff, you actually power stuff up, and you don't want to get too powerful, and blah blah. It's fun, quick. It's from the same people that made 5-Minute Dungeon, 5-Minute Marvel. Yeah. I can't remember the name of that company, but I have loved all of their games. I still have 5-Minute Mystery. 5-Minute Mystery was great. So yeah, that one I did back. I'm excited for. I'll do another one. That's from 20. Well, I actually have a NR because it's not released yet. Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. So long story short.
All the games I'm holding hostage, I will get that game from him when I return all these hostage games.
Yes, but let's just be frank that game is mine.
That is.
Yeah, okay, just saying. So I got that game at Gen Con last year, not 2 years ago. And then I was like, I don't have time. Why don't you do it? And Barrett's like, okay, I'll do a recording. Guess what happened?
Never had a chance.
He didn't do a recording. No. So I saw it sitting over there, and somebody, Bierman, I don't think we've seen him on here. Bierman was like, Colin, you
gotta play that. You gotta play that. And he took it from me one of those nights.
Yeah,
just
so
be like, I'm gonna do it.
Fine, I'll just do it. Oh my gosh, love it. My kids
I played it once. It was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We played. Yeah, but it's weird because you played in the middle of a chapter and we didn't play the whole thing. We played up to scenario or chapter 12 or 13, and then I will say the scenarios got a little long for my 8-year-old, but I'm keeping it. Obviously, I've painted the whole thing now. Yeah. I'm keeping it, and so when he gets a little bit older, we might return back to it. But I still absolutely love that game. Totally amazing.
We used to both be the cool kids. What happened?
You both used I was definitely not a cool kid.
I don't know. You're a sport guy.
I was a sport guy. I was a big basketball, whatever. I liked the humor. The humor was good.
Hi.
How's it going, Ridley? Hostage games. All I can think of when I see hostage is hostage negotiator.
Yeah,
Did you ever play that game?
No, but I played the other one.
Well, you played Final Girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that one? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have all of it back there.
I thought you did. Okay. All right. Why don't you talk about one of yours?
Oh, which one? What month are we in?
April.
I did Kings of Ruin.
Ooh.
Kings of Ruin, which is a game in the same world as Tainted Grail, but from what I understand, there's not. If there is any correlation to it, it's very subtle. Like it's not even saying anything.
Have you noticed a trend? Colin, small game, quick game, whatever. Bear, huge game. Like Kings of Ruin and 7 Citadel. I mean,
5-minute dungeon.
Yeah, it's not 5-minute dungeon. One hit hero.
One hit hero. Like I pooped that game out in 3 minutes.
We have to call out that yes, you played less games, but you played intense games.
Yeah, I play really big games.
Kings of Ruin, 7 Citadel, right? I mean, these are huge games.
Huge games.
All right,
Here we go.
Keep
Kings of Ruin. Same world as Tainted Grail. So far, I really enjoy it. I still have all of it. It's fantastic. And what actually made me more excited about this game was talking to some people that have played this, or even people that have watched the video I've done.
Yeah.
Say that was really an interesting way how that ended, because I've watched 2 other playthroughs that were completely different from what yours did, and that was just the first mission. So I'm kind of like, that's really cool. I want to keep on going and seeing what this is all about. But
so
I haven't.
How are we going to play that one?
Well, see, that's the problem.
We don't have enough time.
I'm also going to say that one of the reasons you only see like 1 or 2 plays of these games is because Colin and I talk about them, and Colin's like, oh, that one would be really cool. I'm like, that would be really cool. We should figure out how to do it. And then something else pops up.
Well,
or we say, like, you know what? I would like to try, but let's try this first game first, which is going to take like 30 lantern years.
I was going to say that we're playing KDM. That's
So, I mean,
30 lantern years, 30 weeks.
right. So
we are cool accountants.
What?
Zach said, now we are cool accountants.
Now we are cool accountants. Did that version of Barrett play board games and mispronounce things too? That age when I do. I haven't played board games.
Did you play board games in 6th grade?
I might have had Aliens back then.
Let's see, in 6th grade, I was playing, but I didn't play any of these types of games. I played.
Go home. That's right.
Yeah. Every time I tune back in, the picture gets worse. Your wife is amazing. Every time I tune in, the picture. Maybe fix your camera or your computer. That's the problem.
Might get better.
Yeah.
Might get better. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. Well, if you didn't. Tales of the Red Dragon might be the most pure fun dungeon crawler I've played, and I love how the unique and different each player character feels.
Eric, totally agree, except for one that's coming up later on the list. To me, one that we play much later, I like more for the uniqueness of the characters and whatever. But I agree, up to that point. In my mind, I'm putting the dragon hat on the younger bear. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Okay, all right.
If I did play any games back then, I might have played... I think that was kind of when I was playing more video games, Dungeons & Dragons, stuff like that.
Okay, I was kind of assuming.
No.
I was playing Axis and Allies. I had a group playing Axis and Allies.
That's funny. Did I tell you that Ridley and I are going to play that over Christmas break?
Oh, are you Axis and Allies?
We got the game upstairs.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Yes.
Okay. All right, just don't have someone flip the table on you, because that's happened to me. War, Age of Imperialism? Yeah, literally. Yeah. Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes, don't even ask.
That's out of control.
Let's see, what else? I had the Civil War game. Yeah, anyways. All right.
Colin hasn't allowed me to steal Red Dragon in yet. Maybe we can barter a trade for something else I stole. Agmonia?
I will trade with you Agamonia for Tails. I would do that.
Yes.
All right. My next one I did was Euthia. This was this was a preview. And full disclosure, I did not back the expansion. I'm actually thinking of just getting rid of Euthia, because every time I play a Euthia, all I can think of is, why am I not playing Mage Knight?
Right.
The Euthia is good. I don't love the dice in that game, because instead of with Mage Knight, you've got all the card play. You have kind of that fun in Euthia. Actually, you don't have cards. You don't have cards in Euthia. It's not as good, in my opinion. I would way prefer to play Mage Knight every time. The only difference is Euthia has more scenarios. But yeah, I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I haven't yet. It's on my sale pile, though. So
it's funny you should say that, Dan. Barrett Ridley playing Action Eyes until 6 a.m. That needs to be a live stream. Believe it or not, I was actually going to put a poll out on our channel if it would be, see if people would be interested in Ridley and I actually playing.
I would watch that. That'd be super fun.
Each turn,
but that means that we all get to help Ridley, though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I win.
No, you lose. We're gonna help make Ridley win. No. Chris,
hey,
thanks
how
for
are you?
joining.
Chris,
Thanks for joining.
we're doing very well, thank you. We're having a ton of fun.
Oh, this is a blast.
Super good.
It's fun
I'm
going
glad that
through
everybody's here.
your year
Yeah.
to talk about games. Do you want to talk about another one?
No, I want to talk about Slay the Spire.
Oh, Slay the Spire. Okay, so full disclosure, I have Oh my gosh! How did you find these pictures? I did not give him any of these. I don't know where he's finding these. They've got to be from Facebook or something.
This is
what
a graduation or something. Somebody graduated over here, but I didn't want to put them in the picture because I
What,
thought
high school?
I know,
No, this is college?
Somebody you know graduated, I think, because this person had a graduation hat on and you did.
Do you know what the person looked like? I see an instrument, maybe? Is there an instrument?
No, that's
there?
something coming up.
Oh, that's something coming up. Okay. Okay, then I have no idea. Look at that hair. See, I'm already losing it.
See, if I didn't,
Look at that
otherwise
hair.
I'd have to I kind of cropped this out because there's somebody over here and I didn't want.
Well, keep moving over just a little bit. Just keep moving over a little bit.
Okay.
I can just tell. Oh, I can't tell who that is.
Does that
Oh,
help?
it's my sister.
Oh, that's your
my
sister.
sister's graduation.
Well,
okay.
there you go.
So I was a freshman in college, and she was a senior in college, graduating.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. So yes, look at that hair. That hair was yeah.
Locks.
Yours is worse than
Locks.
mine. Yours is worse than
Worse?
mine.
Mine was glorious. What are you talking about?
Glorious. Oh my gosh.
He needs some more. Thanks, Dan.
He looks like the original Barbie
what?
doll with the hair cut off. Oh yes, I did. I was a little.
Those girls.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's my wife.
Yep,
Yeah,
there it
that's
is.
great. Yeah, that hair. Oh my gosh. Yes, I had a mop. We called it a mop, and I.
No, Bob, that's fantastic.
Okay.
That's Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire.
If that picture didn't slay a color.
I never played the video game,
Nope.
and I still haven't played the
Still
video
haven't.
game. So when I got it, I didn't really know what to expect. I was thinking, okay, a roguelike game. Holy moly, it's a lot of fun. Now, Barrett didn't have a lot of fun his first
Nope,
time,
I thought it sucked.
but the second time,
I had a lot of fun.
you had a lot of fun. It's really cool. You only have 4 characters, though I wish you had more, but you have such a huge set of reward cards and rare cards, and every time you play it, you're going to get a different set of cards. You're going to make your own deck, and then what's fun is you can upgrade all of those cards. You're going to go through, you can do up to 4 acts if you want. Oh, Dale's hooked on the video game. Yeah.
I've heard some people that are hooked on this
If
video
you love the video game, the only reason I wouldn't get the board game is if you're only going to play solo. Because if you're only going to play solo, you might as well just play it as a video game. But if you play 2 to 3 or 4, and it works great. I mean,
Yeah, it really did, yeah.
We played 4-player. It works great 4-player. So long as people are willing to just talk about what they're doing. But it because it's simultaneous, it's awesome. Definitely one of the highlights of 2024 was Slay the Spire for me. I love it. Won't ever get rid of it.
Which is what I wasn't interested in the board game adaptation, and yet I love Red Rock, Deep Rock Galactic board game.
Now, to be fair, Morgan, I totally understand because literally it is the same game for the board game versus the video game. Like almost no difference. With Deep Rock, it's a very different board game than it is a video game. So I get that. Different experience, same universe. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, now you can go.
Do I have anything?
Oh, my wife loves Slay the Spire. I think that might be her favorite 2024 game.
I have it right now.
You have.
I have Slay the Spire.
He
And
has
that's
all my
because I have
games.
a friend, my friends were going to come over and play, and then they sadly weren't able to make it because one of them got sick.
Sadly weren't able. He's gonna hold it hostage again.
DRG was an amazing adaptation too.
Okay, it is. So maybe not. So I don't know. So, but whatever. All right, we'll talk about your next one.
I've got Escape Mail, the Shackleton series. This was a preview.
Yeah.
I was actually impressed by this.
Yeah, talk
we
about
did the okay. So Escape Mail, this was a really cool company. I don't know if you know this company, but they actually have like a little thing that you go to, and he goes like, "Hey, I need your help because it's you're one of the long lost relatives of us or something. Like you're one of my long lost cousin uncles, right?"
Yeah.
And
I'm just gonna sit here so they don't have to keep looking at this
And
picture.
so then he said, "I'll need your help in order to like uncover the mysteries of something, or we need to find this thing or something, right?" So this one happens to be that it's actually a historical fiction escape mail, which is kind of cool because it's actually about the travel of Escape Mail Shackleton series. I'm gonna. It's been a while since I've done this, but I don't know the full history of it. But there was an Arctic or Antarctic expedition that was trying to get to the North or South Pole, I forget which side, and they were stuck for like a year. out there. And so like this is like a fictional story about that. There actually is the real story about it, but this is like
on historical events.
Right,
Yeah.
based on historical events. And then so you're kind of uncovering the mysteries of what happened. They did another set of them. We have them. We've played 3 of them. We haven't gotten back to it in a while. We should. And that one was where you're trying to uncover a lost treasure. But the cool thing about Escape Mail is you get a new one each month because it's
Oh, that's cool.
it mails you to it. Mails it. That's why it's Escape Mail. You get an envelope. You open and you have all your things you need, and there's a little app, but it's not really needed. It's more, it gives you the story, what's going on.
So if I order it right now, let's say, would it come for the next year? Or
If it's already done, they'll just send you all 12.
Okay,
But if,
got
like, for example, backing this one, you're going to get one in January, February, March, April. So it's really
cool.
Or whenever they decide to send them out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's Escape Mail. I like that concept.
Well, and you would say Robin's one of her favorite genres is escape room games.
Yes.
And so this is, that falls right in line.
So that's
with that.
why you've seen some of the previews I've done. I did Escape Room. I did, not Exit. I did,
oh, what was the other one?
I wish I would have done it this year
didn't do it
because
this
it
year
would have helped me out.
I'm sorry.
But that's okay. I did another one, and the reason, and so I did those because we already got some of those, and so we're like, let's get. And the company actually reached out and said, "Would you want to do a preview for them?" I was like, "Yes," because we love these games and we play them all the time. So there's like all the different like exits, the unlocks, you name it, the hunt of killers, all those things. We play quite a bit because it's just a fun thing. You can sit down for a couple hours and try to play, and it's good stuff. So yeah, Escape Mail, fantastic.
That's cool. All right, what do we got? I don't get why you'd want to play the same game as a video game, but just have to spend all the time to set it up to play it.
Much slower pace.
Eric, I don't know. Well, how do you explain it?
Having said that, I kind of wave to want to try a Hand of Fate, which is also basically a video game. Oh, you want to try that one? Oh, I can do a video on that. I got it in the back.
Oh, you have it?
I have Hand of Fate.
I've never heard of it.
Well, thanks to Doug, I've got it.
Oh.
Because he did a playthrough. I was like, oh, wow, this game looks really cool. And I bought a whole like Kickstarter copy.
Oh, wow. I've
eBay.
never even heard of it. What is it?
So Hand of Fate was a video game as well, where it was like you'd flip over cards and you would go there and then something would happen. Like maybe you met a merchant, or you met some like band of bad guys or something. Then you kind of went to a battle map and you kind of had to, it was like you had to swing your sword and kill these guys and block and things like this. So, but the card game is different. It's obviously it's not real time, like moving around.
Oh, so that's the video game version.
That's the video game.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to watch Doug's play to know exactly kind of how
Hand of Fate.
I have that.
Writing that down.
Yeah, write that down. I got it in the back.
I just want to watch it. Hand of Fate. Okay.
I did exit Advent Calendar last year and threw the game violently in the trash. I've been on day 5. Wow. Well, we're on day 8 now. We're a little bit behind. I think we're on 9.
We're still on day 0.
You're fantastic. This year. It's really good.
We really love
like
those.
Barrett usually reads.
Screenshot that! That's amazing! I gotta take a picture of that. Oh my gosh, I'm taking a picture of that. That is so freaking good. Oh, got it. Oh man, I got a picture of my face right there too. I don't even care. I want that.
We're using that in 2025.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just typing the way the band reads. It's okay.
Picture of 2025 right there. Oh my gosh.
I know that you think it's the same as the video game, but there's something so tactilely awesome, and it's so easy to set up. It takes 5 minutes to set up. The hardest part is actually putting it down because you have to flip your cards back. But it's so fun to be able to flip your cards around and feel that tactile. I mean, I'm a very tactile person, and so I love that for Slay the Spire. I prefer to play it as a board game than as a video game because I don't really play video games. So yeah, that's just me. All right, next one for me, Return to Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Have you played that one with me?
I played Dark Tower, I think. No, I played Return to Dark Tower.
No, you played with Brent, right? Yeah, Brent and you and I played it.
No, you played it with me, just you and me. It was, that's the Lazy Susan.
Yeah, Brent played with us, remember? And he wasn't too happy, he didn't love it, but
you played with him, and then you invited me over to play it the next time. We played it, and we liked it.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway, and we won. And I like the dungeon delving thing.
Oh, the dungeon delving. The app is so well made in that one. I love the tower. Yeah. The kids love it. It makes sounds. It's so big. You're adventuring across. You can do, you've got 3 different types of actions that you take. Yeah, we played with Brent. Don't you remember? And you and I had a great time. Can't believe this. Can't believe he doesn't remember. But anyways, I
Okay,
still
I would
have
like
it.
to say Return to Dark Tower in April. Is that when you really got it? Wasn't that like an expansion that came out
Yeah,
for it?
yeah.
So we actually I didn't play the expansion. I played the other one, which was like a year
because
earlier.
I didn't have the
Okay,
expansion.
we're going to go back to that. It's been January, it was before January. Don't remember that. Come on, man. Don't remember that.
Come on. You need to remember these
remember
things. Anyways, I love that game. I'll never get rid of it. It's super fun. It's very unique. I love the tower with the skulls coming in and your buildings are getting destroyed and you don't exactly know when the boss is going to show up. Then when the boss shows up, you try and run and get him, take him out. The biggest problem with that game I've always seen is that usually you want to just power up one person to take on the boss, which is a bummer because somebody can feel super powerful and then the other person's like, well, I'm going to go over there and clear some skulls. So I generally have liked it for 1 to 2 players. Then that way you, it's not as much of an issue, right? You're not waiting around to just clear skulls. So you're getting your turns much quicker. But love that game. Never getting rid of that one. The other one I did was Set a Watch, The Doomed Run, and I still have that one. I really wish they would finish the Stephen King Dark Tower graphic novel. Oh, yeah, that would be cool if they'd actually finish that. I really enjoy Set a Watch. I
Do you have
love
the original stuff still too?
so
All of it?
Doomed
It all
Run.
works together?
It all goes in there, which is what's really cool about it. Is that I'm using cards from all the different expansions to create unique encounter sets. The biggest thing I've been seeing is that even on hard mode, it's too easy. It's way too easy.
I still got Set a Watch.
Yeah, but you want to get rid of it because you didn't love it.
Well, it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
You haven't played the Doom Run.
No.
You would like the Doom Run
Yeah.
because you unlock things, and then when
cool.
characters are, when you lose all your health, they're actually defeated and gone from the campaign. When you finish, when you finish a realm, they then give you a power to use for the next realm, which is cool, but then you lose that character for the rest of the campaign. So you have your characters that you've unlocked. You've got to decide which one you don't want to use for the rest of the campaign. And then that one, though, gives you a benefit for the next.
That's kind of cool.
And the next one that you run through. It's really cool. I like it.
that.
And then each time you play a set of 4 rounds, you have to pick a quest. And that quest will give you a benefit at the end of it, but you have to deal with the detriment during those 4 rounds. For example, one of them was, hey, everyone has to take 2 wounds immediately, or you can't use a 6 to activate one of your powers or something like that. And so you have to deal with that, but then you get a cool benefit at the end of it.
Nice.
So definitely like it. I just wish it was a little bit harder, which you could just throw more of those summoned cards in there, which is probably what I should do. But definitely enjoy it. I don't see myself getting rid of it because the kids also like it. Biggest problem with that one is don't play with 4 because someone's sitting around. But yeah, definitely enjoy it.
Stock in the fire.
That's hello, ID Jester. Thanks for joining.
Good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
joining.
Thank you so much for
We
joining
are
us.
currently in April right now. We're not even halfway through. Sorry
Getting
about
close.
that. What do you have for the rest for April? Why'd you give me a look?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, we're good.
I
All
got
right.
nothing.
I thought you had 2.
Nope, I did too.
Oh, okay.
Things have ruined.
All right, May. What do you have for May? How many?
I got 2.
1, 2. I only have 4.
Okay.
So I'll start. Leviathan Wilds. I backed the expansion. I have that one. You played that. I actually played that with you and Robin. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He remembers something this time.
Who picked the background? Michael, we're having a party in this day and age.
It would be great if you could change the background.
I will
please.
soon. It's coming. You got to get to the right. You got to get to the next.
Can't you just go back to
You can
something
see what
else?
the next one is.
Oh my
You just gotta
gosh!
Get to it.
I have to get there. That's
Yep,
2 more
I
games.
know.
Okay, I'm gonna
read the-
jump to this one actually. I read The Gunslingers, but stopped after book 1. And not that it was bad, and I have the other books. I need to get back to the Dark Tower. Nice. Leviathan Wilds. What you're doing is you're trying to save the Leviathans from these crystals, and how you're doing is you're moving across the map of the actual Leviathans. You're climbing up it, you're jumping, you're gliding, and you're crushing crystals. Or if you're falling.
Nope, that's fake news. I did fantastic.
No,
that game. I
you
was
fell all the
amazing.
time. Actually, no, you did fall all the time. But then you have a card that you flip over, and it's got 2 sides. And at the beginning, you're using the not as hard side, and it's not bad. But then all of a sudden, each time you've activated all those cards, you then shuffle them up, and then 1 becomes more difficult, and then 2 becomes more difficult. And it's so cool. It's such an easy system to escalate it while you're trying to get through there. Love that one. I will never get rid of that one. My kids also love it. I think we've gone through all but 3 of the Leviathans,
Nice.
so they love that one. Monica isn't as big on that one, but I am. Only in April, spent $50 and $200 game on hold. Ooh,
That's how I feel.
well, I know. What? Only in April. Spent what?
What's
What
the
was it?
$200?
What did you
What's
spend
the
it on?
game? I know.
Yeah,
That's
come
what I'm
on. You
waiting
can't
for.
just tell us that. Dale, what game? I mean, what? $50, okay, and you spent 200 games on hold for what? Okay, what is it? Yeah, all right. So that was me. Can I go to my other one so you can go to it and talk to
Sure.
it? So my next one is City of the Great Machine.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Go to that one.
Did you wait? Is it really?
No, yes, it's close enough. I did it in May. I'm tired of seeing my face. Oh, thank goodness.
There I am.
That looks cool. Wait,
That was when I was
is
a rock
you
star.
In what do you have a helmet on?
I used to play bass in a band, and I wear a helmet.
Did you ever put it so you couldn't? Because was that a
See
visor?
that piece of tape right there? That
Yeah.
holds the visor. I can take the piece of tape off, the visor comes down. And yes, I used to play the visor for a song called Hustler.
Was it black? Was it black so you couldn't
Yep.
see anything?
No, I could see through it.
Oh, you could see it, but
Yeah,
no one could see
it was a black visor.
Is it because?
No.
Did you have a motorcycle?
No, never had a
okay.
motorcycle, never will.
But then why do you have a helmet?
So the reason I had the helmet, great question. So for those that don't
Did you
know,
see Michael guess Monopoly?
did he guess Monopoly? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So for those of you that don't know, and yep, I was a rock star. It's true. That's why all the bumper music for any of my videos is actually my band. In case
Yes.
people don't know that.
Yes. Actually, it's the end of all my videos too.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Jump Drive expansion Eggmonia is being contemplated.
Oh, so he's looking at stuff that he's okay, cool. Agamonia. You should do it. Actually, I can't. I've only played one scenario, but it was super fun. Granted, I was playing with this guy and everything's fun with this guy.
Drummer.
Oh, Dale, you're a drummer. I'm a drummer too.
Yeah.
I was actually in band all through high
Rhythm
school
section,
and-
baby.
Yes. Yeah,
how it goes.
I did jazz though. I wasn't a rocker. I was a
a
jazz
rock star.
Oh,
So-
that is so cool.
For those that don't know, I was born without a left ear, so I can't wear ear protection in my left ear. So instead, I started wearing this helmet, and so I'd be able to put ear protection in my right ear and wear a helmet, which at least dampened a lot of the sound on that side.
Oh, that's interesting. I never even thought about
Yeah.
that. That would be the reason.
That was the reason I wore a helmet. It just happened to be that. So the way I found it is I went to my parents' house, and my mom and I went to my parents' house for a bowling ball because my dad used to bowl, and I was also in a bowling league, and I didn't even know how I got into a bowling league, but I was at Park Tavern here out in Minnesota. And so my mom goes, "Oh yeah, here's the bowling ball. Here, hold this for a second." My mom gives me this like aircraft fighter pilot helmet with a blast shield and everything. I was like, "Where did you get this?" And she's like, "Oh, that's your uncle's." I'm like, "Can I have this?" She's like, "Sure, it's all yours." Like, "Yay, here's the bowling ball. Don't care."
I don't care. I'm
That's
taking the helmet.
So yeah, the helmet. Then I started wearing the practice space, and we started wearing it. I wore it at the first show and things like that. And then I was like, "Well, I better not bring it to the next show." And my band's like, "You have to bring it to every show now."
Yeah.
So over time, that helmet pretty much disintegrated into nothing. So I did buy that one as my second helmet I've owned.
So that one you actually bought.
I bought that helmet, the cheapest helmet I could find.
Oh, it looks awesome. Did you put? Is that a sticker on there or a,
Nope.
What is it?
So that helmet.
Am I supposed to ask?
You
No.
can ask. Apparently, that's since it was the cheapest helmet I could find. Believe it or not, it was from China.
Okay.
So that's apparently Chinese helicopter pilot helmet.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's where I found it.
That's not a bad thing.
It was
I was
cheap.
a little worried it was something bad. That's not bad.
No,
That's cool.
No, it's
Okay.
just like it went from American naval fighter pilot helmet to Chinese helicopter pilot helmet.
I still think that's really awesome, dude. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. I love how
Michael plays drums too.
yes, and I love how you have the guitar. You guys, the bass guitar. You can
Yeah,
fit
it's my
in
bass.
there. Yes.
That's my '76 Gretsch. That's my singer. I played Dungeons and Dragons with him.
Oh, that's so cool.
I think I still have that shirt too.
This is awesome. This is fun going back from
Yeah.
memory lane as we're talking about games.
Good stuff, huh?
Great. If you had to choose between Enormity and Nemesis, Retaliation, which would you choose? Oh, that's an easy answer, I think.
I would probably go Nemesis.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It feels more, well, yes. Where they stand now, Nemesis Retaliation.
The hard part is you've only played the first mission of Enormity,
both.
and you've only played. Is there missions in Retaliation or not really?
There's going to be like that little campaign thing, but it's not really.
It's really more of a one-off. So you've kind of played the experience of Retaliation,
Yeah.
but you haven't with Enormity.
Thank you,
so
Mike.
that's hard. It's hard to say, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to say what I would expect
Nemesis-
from what Normandy has to offer.
Nemesis just feels a lot like.
I think, well, it's again going to be one of those things where it's like, do I play, like, and Nemesis would be like that one-shot Aliens type experience, where Enormity is going to be this expansive, like, okay, now I've gotten this, and now I need to get these so I can do this.
But you
so I can
love
do-
that stuff.
I do. So that's why, I mean, I'm going to get that game too. But, so, I mean, I will have them both, if that helps anything.
That doesn't help. Which one? Both.
Both,
Haven't you
but-
seen that meme? Why not both?
Why not both? But I would still do Nemesis Retaliation, I think, over Enormity at the present state it's in.
Okay, but yeah, it's hard to tell because they're both. Yeah.
Both really good.
All right, City of the Great Machine. It's a one versus many or cooperative game. Absolutely love it. I actually backed the new Nemesis. Nice,
Good
nice.
stuff.
It is the one versus many, you've got somebody who's controlling the great machine and they're trying to suppress the people there, and then the other players are playing the other people that are moving around trying to create riots. Did you play that with me or no?
No, not yet. You did too, but then something else always kept coming up.
Yes, it is so good. There's a cooperative mode and there's a one versus many mode, and I like both of them. I've played the competitive mode actually with my kids, which was great. I loved the co-op mode with Steve. I played with Steve. I also played on the channel. Yeah, and Steve and I had so much fun learning this one. Poor Derek, he was trying to learn it with us, and it was.
Don't worry, I came over and saved him.
Yes, you did. Thank you. You played something else.
We played Street Fighter.
Yes.
You just missed it, Koala.
Oh, we just talked about Slay the Spire. Bought it for Christmas. He liked the game on the iPhone. Koala, you will
love it.
Go back about 10 minutes. I just talked about Slay the Spire. Love Slay the Spire. Never getting rid of it. It's one of my favorites from 2024 for sure. Plays great. Multiple players. Yeah, wonderful game. But yeah, City of the Great Machine. If you like the idea of one versus many, plus having the ability to play cooperative together, and it works really well, and it's so dripping with theme. The only thing I will say, if you're playing competitive, when I was playing with my kids, one of the things that the Great Machine can do for the characters is they can take away your actions, so you don't get to do your action. You'll still move, but you won't do your action. And sometimes that doesn't feel great for certain players, so just be wary of that. But great game. Really, I recommend it. I'll never get rid of that one.
Ollie Baron, don't take offense. I don't take offense to this question because it actually is exactly true.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a few questions. Did that prevent loud noises going into your ear, or just hide the side of your head? And if so, was that why you chose long hair as a kid? And do you want cosmetic surgery? So first off,
wow, good questions,
these are all awesome questions.
Wow.
One, the ear protection itself really wasn't the best ear protection on the planet, but it was at least something I had. Yes, I had long hair to hide the left ear. That's exactly why I had long hair when I was growing up. 100%.
Sense.
Until I was, I think, about 30.
Okay.
I finally cut off my long hair.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
When
did you meet Robin?
31, 32.
Okay, so you already met
31.
Wait, that's when you first. So Robin never saw you with long hair?
No.
Except for that picture?
Except for the picture. The main picture she seen before I was 29.
Okay.
And do you want cosmetic surgery? I've actually had 3 surgeries on my ear. Actually, I've had about 10 surgeries on my ear. Most of them to make me hear. But the ear I have now is the 3rd iteration of cosmetic surgery that I've had done. And there's not much more I can do. So what I got is what I got. And now I'm married, so it doesn't matter how beautiful I am.
You hear that, Robin?
She's always been better than me, so it doesn't matter what I do. That's her point. Want to smash that?
Okay.
What's this say?
That was
Lands
awesome.
of Evershade really as good as all the hype, or is another RPG board game to chew up? It's coming up.
We'll talk about that one, Zimbo, in a little bit. We're not there yet.
Zimbo.
All right. Do your other one.
Zimbo. Let's see. What do I got? Are we in May?
Oh, by the way, Mike says, I'm way behind in catching up, but these random picks are pretty hilarious.
Thanks,
yes,
Mike.
they are.
I'm glad you're
my gosh. Elaine! Thanks for joining.
Hope I didn't miss too many serious secrets.
Tons of secrets.
All secrets.
You got to go back to the beginning.
All the secrets. All the secrets. Are we in May?
Yes, we're in May. We're in May.
I did Dawn of Madness. Dude,
the one that you couldn't even face
ever record because it was just such an in-depth game. There was so much going on, and that story is so good. So, yes, I'm going to tell Colin's heard the story. I don't know if anybody else heard the story.
You got to tell it.
So, if anybody's seen Dawn of Madness, I have a 3-foot by 5-foot gaming table. It took up the entire thing, like so much that I couldn't put the book down to record, right? So I put it on a stool over here, okay, to record. Now, I had the book set up on the stool over here, and I have my camera position so I could record it and everything. Well, if I'm standing this way, my back is to the staircase that goes upstairs. So I realized as I'm reading this, I was getting freaked out. So I had to physically, whenever I had to read something, walk around that stool and read it so I could face the stairs over here. Yeah, there's a window over there, but I'd hear something coming through there. But if somebody creeped down these stairs and stabbed me with a knife, or like would choke me to death, I wouldn't know it's coming. So I had to have the book here and read so I can make sure I can see. And the worst part, I almost wet myself.
It was that bad?
Because I was reading the book, and all of a sudden, all lights went poof, out. Like all the lights just went
way.
out. And all of a sudden they came back on. I was like, what the heck was that? And then boom, the entire power went out. And I grabbed my phone with the stand and bolted up that stairs as fast as I've ever done in my entire life. Ran
You
all the
didn't
way
tell me
upstairs.
that.
Oh, it was so bad.
Was there a storm going?
No, it just all of a sudden, oh, no, I think it might have been a storm, and I think it's when my tree fell on my neighbor's house twice.
It hit the power lines right by your house.
Yep,
Oh
I
my
think that was that
gosh.
night. It was out of control.
Oh, my gosh.
And so that, I am scared in my life because here I am reading about some person in an insane asylum that's like with like, and they're holding their hands are where their eyes are, and so like whenever they're touching anything, they're just this water, this blood water is coming down their arms because they're crying from having touched things with their hands with eyes on them and things like that.
Okay, I gotta ask: are you keeping the game?
I have the game. I will keep it.
Are you planning on keeping
I would
it?
like to play the other 4 stories and then
Okay.
maybe go. Because I did notice that when I played the first time, I saw probably 3/4 of that story.
Okay.
Which is kind of a bummer. I wish I wish the game itself would only bring you 1/4 of the way through so that you could go back and find it going a completely different route. Yes, and the reason why is because I went to about 75% of the places in the game. Now, as you're going through the game, other cards will drop on these places. So yes, you can see different things, but the first time you go to these places, it will always be
the same
story, right?
Okay. Yep.
And so I kind of was hoping that I only need to go like 1/4 of the places so I could go to some other ones later. But I saw 75% of that story. I'm good. Now I can go play the other.
There's
3
3 other
wonders.
ones?
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
more stuff coming,
Okay.
which is another reason I'm keeping it. There's a lot of stuff coming.
That you already backed?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all part of the original Kickstarter.
Oh, got it. So they just sent the original.
The kind of the
Is there
core
a thing
stuff.
going on with that Kickstarter though?
I know,
Okay.
I've heard rumors it had a hard time, it's having a hard time delivering, but I don't know if it rectified itself. I haven't really been in touch with the Kickstarter. Once I kind of got my copy, I really haven't been keeping up with everything that's been going on in any type of Discord.
Totally
or
fine. I was
chat
just
or anything
curious.
So I don't know. I've heard rumors there's something bad.
Yeah.
Let's see what Robin says. It's a good pick now. Yeah, it
Yep.
is. Thank you for sharing, Baron. I have never asked because I did not know if you would take the question. Even if I met you at Gen Con, I commend you, my friend. Well, thank you, Matthew. Yeah, no, I'm an open book. People can ask me questions. I'll tell them mostly what I think.
Did you hear that? I'll tell them mostly what I think. Catharsis is on my list.
It's coming.
I played that one.
It's coming.
Yes.
The fact that the board game could freak you out so much is actually incredible and
Yes.
impressive. Yes, agreed. The stories were absolutely amazing. I mean, and they connected, but not like if I didn't go to a place I wouldn't know what's going on. So that's the hardest part about writing a game like this is you have to connect all these stories, but you never know where everybody's going to go.
Yeah, you don't know the first place, the next place, or
Right.
Or
So-
you have to do that, but then people go, "Well, I'm playing it once and I'm done because I'm going to see those."
Right.
Yeah.
So it was nice to, and you get the whole idea of what's going on inside of this story, even with the bits and pieces you're getting, which is really cool. The game almost got Baron. Yes.
Seriously.
It's about to get Jumanji'd. My Dawn of Madness is still in the shrink, probably always will be as long as I don't have any desire to play it now after a 5-year wait.
So it was a long
That could
time
be.
waiting.
It did take a long time for this game to come out. Yes, 100%. Looks cool. I've been watching your playthroughs recently, but oh boy, I think it'll be too long for me. It is, and they did actually put a shorter version, and they did actually. There is a way to play it in a shorter version instead of playing to a certain like number system. You can play to a shorter number system.
Okay.
Open book with a few blank pages. That's right.
I'm all in.
That's
I'm
me.
guessing the all-in pledge will have 1,000,000 words of narrative. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is like I said. You got the core game, and I think there's more stuff coming.
Wow.
Perfect Halloween game, though it was amazing, are overly graphic. Needs to wait for Wave 2 to get mine through. I'm actually thinking about playing it this October again.
Okay,
And it would
that's
be
okay.
the only thing in October, because it does take a long time to get through that game. I think it was one of the few videos I did this year that I actually made multiple videos of it.
Yes.
I had to get through it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I had to get through it, it's because I didn't want it to be a 5-hour video.
Yeah,
And so I
it's
did
that
like
long.
2.5, I think, is what I did.
Okay.
I remember Mike saying the playthrough took like 9 hours. Yeah. Yeah, his first playthrough of it, I think, took 9. And he and I were communicating back and forth during this time. And he actually, I don't know how much of it has changed for him, but at the time he was talking about, he was really impressed with the writing. He was really impressed with the way the game played. And it's one of those games that also is very tight. So it can get rough really quick for you if you're not really careful on how you're spending your stuff and using your resources.
Do you just die, or does it keep going even if it's rough?
It kind of these things come out on the board if you die.
Okay.
That are called malformations that then also are going to have to try to affect. They're going to affect you in certain ways. And yes, eventually, if you just keep on spiraling down, the game ends.
Cool.
Okay, that's Dawn of Madness. See, look, my games are so big it takes me 8 hours.
I still have 2 more to do.
My phone shut down because I was talking for so long.
Okay, I have one absolutely amazing solo game, 2023, Halls of Hegra. If you like historical type games, Halls of Hegra is a huge recommend by me. It has 3. I kind of like these games where there's kind of different eras, I guess, because that's the same as Space Core Adventures. But there are 3 kind of sections of the game. The first section, you're in preparation, getting ready for the Germans to come. The second section, the Germans are there, but they're kind of. They're not directly assaulting you, but they are. You can see them out there, and you can maybe try and shoot some artillery at them. They might shoot some artillery at you, drop some bombs on you. But then the third version, it's a full-on assault. Like they're coming in, trying to take down Hegra, and you're trying to survive. It is wonderful. It's a little bit of everything in there. It's got some story. It's got some bag building. It's got deploying your troops. Where are you going to put them? Do you want to send some out to go scouting so you can get some more supplies? Or you're going to have less supplies and your people are getting injured and you're trying to keep them alive, but as they die, then your morale's going to go down. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
So you still have it?
This is a never, ever, ever getting rid of it. It is a solo only game, but you can easily play this cooperatively.
Right.
Making decisions
It's
together.
kind of like Final Girl. Rob and I play it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% recommend that one. Oh, I just love it.
Are y'all looking forward to Iridia and Hunters 1492? Well, we might talk
Hunters
about that.
1492, but we'll talk about Iridia later. But yes, I'm getting that one. I'm super excited for it.
I wonder if you ever played Deep Madness from the same designer, that really immersive claustrophobic Lovecraftian horror at Undersea Station. I have everything. I have yet to play it. I know.
I keep giving him a look.
I know.
He keeps going, I'm going to teach you, and we're going to play it.
We're going to play it.
Guess what? We still haven't. It's been a year. It's been a year.
It's been lots of times. Halls of Hegra is very good. I want this game. Colin, I love base tower defense and the theme.
Mike, you gotta. It's just. It's one of those too. When you're playing it, you care about your workers. The workers are little tiny cubes and little discs, right? But you want your warrior to survive just to get over there, or your medic to come and help. And your commander to just be able to shoot that thing. Anyways, it is amazing. I love that one. Last one for May for me.
Star Wars Rebellion.
Star Wars Rebellion. So
we played this multiple times, both of us.
Yes, love this game. I mean, what can you say? Best 2-player Star Wars game that's an epic experience.
Just go get it. It's great.
You gotta and get the expansion.
Yep. And then when you play your 14-year-old son, make sure you beat him twice, and both times you put your rebel base in Endor, and he never went there.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. He would be poloing me during the game. He'd going, look, my base is still in Endor, and he still hasn't come here. So good. There really isn't much you can say about that one. No. It's just amazing. It's
great 2 players, different ways of having to play through it in order to figure it out. Like there's not one path to victory, which is kind of cool.
Yes.
And of course, rebels have to counterbalance that path you're taking and readjust.
And there is a solo variant if you want. You can actually have a solo variant for both. The one that's the solo variant for the Empire is more fleshed out. No. If you want a solo variant for the Rebels, it's a little bit wonky, but it works. But I really just recommend you play this 1v1, or you can play it 2v2, but I really recommend 1v1. That's the best. So that's me. Then we move to June.
Yes.
June. I only have 3 in June.
Yeah, which one did you do
I think
first?
I was gone. Legendary Encounters Matrix.
There it is.
That's what is that from? That's got to be one of my 5 years old.
I think so.
Where did you find that picture?
Secrets.
Oh my gosh. Do you call my mom or something? Send me pictures from 1989, or whatever. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Yes, that was before I had my scar on my face. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Legendary Encounters Matrix. Do you love The Matrix? The movie? If you love The Matrix, even
I'm kidding.
The first one's good. The second one and the third one are fine. But I would just recommend this, even if you just like The Matrix, the first one. I would play through it and then just sell it. You can resell it for basically the same price. It is so much fun. It is so thematic. It's just like any of the other Encounter games. You can even play it competitively if you really want to. But I think that one is phenomenal, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite Legendary Encounters. It's one of the newer ones, which is you actually have a miniature, not a miniature, it's a standee. But you're using that standee to move in and out, in and out.
Which is pretty cool.
It's so cool. And you can get caught in the Matrix. You can get caught out of the Matrix. You can have where your friends are stuck in the Matrix and you want to get them out.
You
I mean, there's just,
it's happened to me when we played.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't get where I needed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool. Definitely a recommend for me. I still have it, but you could play it and then get rid of it. Oh, and very hard. Halls of Hegra.
War game. I knew it.
Zach, it is a war game.
Halls of Hegra, an awesome game. A designer come by and comment on my video of the game.
Oh, that is so
That's
cool.
really awesome.
ID Jester, you have a video, so you got to tell us what your channel is, because I didn't know you had a channel. Tell us what it is. Now. Yes. I think Totally Table has like the second or third best. He has it as a second. Oh, yeah. Can you see why? It is so freaking good. Do you still play the bass, Barrett?
I still have my 76 Gretsch. It's right back there.
I was thinking it was a board game. I was going, the bass board game? What is that?
I've had my 76 Gretsch for a long time. So, funny story about 76 Gretsch. I originally played this terrible bass when I was in junior and high school, right? Then I went to India, had joined a band there. Then I went to Poland and was in a band there. And then I went to, then I came back from everything that I went overseas for and joined the actual band I was in for 10 years, Action versus Action. And about 2 years in, I realized I was the one, everybody's talking about these awesome, these new instruments, these are so great, everything's awesome. I'm like, I haven't really got anything new. And all of a sudden, one of them came and he goes, dude, I got this for you. I'm like, what's that? It's this Rickenbach. It's Rickenbach bass. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. And he goes, no, Ricks are amazing. I'm like, okay, so I played this Rick for about a year, maybe 6 months. And I turned to my guitarist who knows everything about instruments. And I go, Mark, I hate this Rick. This Rick is terrible. I do not like playing. It's like, really? But it sounds so good. It's so amazing. I'm like, no, I can't stand it. About 2 weeks after that, I get a call from him. He goes, I'm at I'm at like City Sound, which is like one of our local mom and pop places in the uptown area. He goes, I'm in City Sound. I'm holding a bass you want. You need to come over here right now when you're off of work. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be there for 45 minutes. I will sit in the store until you come here. I'm like, okay. So he sat there in that store and I walked in. He goes, you want to try this bass? And it was a 76 Gretsch. And I was like, this I need. He's like, I knew you would like that one. I've never looked back for my 76 Gretsch. And
that is awesome.
And I started playing. I was like, I loved it, but there's something wrong with it. And so they finally got flat wound strings instead of regular strings. So I didn't like the regular strings, like flat wound, I should say. So now it's perfect. And just like every bass player, you never change your strings unless something breaks.
Yeah. So they're from 1972?
1976.
1976. There we go.
They're more recent than that.
Okay, sorry, 1988.
That's
sorry,
right.
Yeah, okay.
So Love Deep Madness. I'd like a narrative historical RPG game with monsters that don't belong in it.
Oh yeah, I don't know any of the games.
Wow.
I don't know any. Yep. That's when Colin got his first Super Nintendo. I never had one. My parents wouldn't let me.
The Matrix, so
1980, what a great year. I was at one exchange in Buffalo, New York. The Berlin Wall came down. Oh, wow. That's, yes.
My channel is ID Jester.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Okay, let's look it up.
Everybody go subscribe to that channel.
Yes.
It's got to be amazing.
I got to watch your Halls of Hegra play because I love that game.
There's a Matrix game? There is. Vintage bass.
Legendary Encounters Matrix.
Legendary Encounters.
Yes. Highly recommend checking that out if you like the Matrix at all. And if you like that Legendary Encounters system where, hey, cards are coming out face down and they pop up and Exactly. Never change the strings. No, don't change them unless they break. What else do you have? Do you have anything for June?
June? No, I played no games in June. You wanted me to say that.
Yes, I did.
You wanted me to say that. You set me up. That's okay. I set you up tonight. You didn't even know it.
You set me up hard. Sky Horde Monoliths. Now, I really enjoyed this game.
Do you still have the Matrix game?
Oh, yeah, I still have the Matrix game.
Okay.
Yeah, not getting rid of it. I backed the expansion that's going to make it actually a campaign for Sky Horde Monoliths because I enjoy it. You can make a deck of cards. It's basically a tower defense game. So I think it was Mike who's talking about how he likes tower defense games. This is a good tower defense game. Fun. You can play it 1v1, or you can play it cooperatively against specific factions and whatnot. Really fun. You can build your own deck. You've got units, you've got events. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot to talk about my May game.
Oh.
I have Grim Coven. I did a preview of that.
Yeah.
I did a preview of Grim Coven was the other one I did in May. That was the hardest boss battle I've ever played in my entire life. I don't know. And I think every single person who previewed that, except for Adam Smith, died by turn 2.
Yeah.
And that's good and bad. That means that there is definitely replay value in this because you have to try to figure out how to beat it.
Well, I set the game up and I died in turn 2.
See, now that's a little bit different than, I was like 2 moons away from killing the guy in Primal, right?
Yes.
Dying in turn 2.
I would prefer it to be 2 wounds away from winning versus dying in round 2, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I did not back that one, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like when it comes out because I'm sure it's gonna. I mean, whenever we get a preview, I'm sure development's going to happen and things are going to change because they're going to get. Every company does get stuff from the community. They get stuff from us saying like what we liked, what we didn't like. So I'm interested to see what comes of that game.
It seemed like you had to go a very specific way to make yourself survive. Is that what you're thinking?
That was another thing, and I wasn't a big fan of being like forced to go in one direction in order to make sure you're able to win the game.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's catch up on these. I think I saw that picture on milk carton. Oh my gosh.
Camp Grizzly is a game
that is obscure but super expensive and has a cult following. I've never even heard of that one. Maybe a
Rockery? Don't worry, we're getting to that one too.
Barrett, have you played Jackie Fox's game Hard Rock? Yes, you have.
I have Hard Rock.
Yes, he has. We've actually played it together.
Except it's called Rock Hard.
Yeah, Rock Hard, Hard Rock.
So I got Rock Hard. 1977.
Skytear is one of the games I missed out on. Oh, ID Jester. If you, I think you should check it out. If you do, though, you want to get that Monolith expansion because that really fleshes it out. The original game, you have enough for like 10 plays, and that's about it. When you get the Monolith expansion, you've got lots that you can play around with to give you a replay.
It does look absolutely awesome. I really like what they're doing, what it looked like.
Oh,
I'm
Chris.
interested to see. Yep.
Yes,
Chris,
thank you, Chris. Grim Coven.
Thanks for coming, Grim Coven. Yes. Like I said, I'm interested to see what comes that one.
And Monolith on Christmas list, so we'll see if it shows up. Fingers crossed. Mike, I hope you get it.
Great with some tweaks. I have not seen anyone win the preview, though. Adam Smith
Smith from Rolling Solo. Yeah.
Really looking forward to Dante Inferno.
We didn't play that one. You did.
I did. I don't think it's on this list.
Because it wasn't on the channel.
It was on Steve's channel.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
You can talk about it, though.
Next game.
Okay. All right, Creel Manor. I'm just going to talk about that one really quick. That one just came out. I actually haven't played my production copy, but I played the pre-production copy. Definitely enjoyed it. Seems somewhat easier than Veilwraith. You played Veilwraith.
I have Veilwraith.
So it's a similar, it's a similar system, but it's much more involved now. You've got cards that are coming in the shadows, and then they come flip up, and you've got to deal with your 3 different action types that you can do: influence, fight, and sneak. But you also have locations you're trying to go through. So it's a little bit different than Veilwraith, but it's the same type of system. I always enjoy Tristan's games, so that one I'm keeping for now. I need to actually play through the post-production copy because I only played the pre-production, but definitely one that I'm excited for to explore more. But yeah, played that one on the channel in June. All right, July was a big month for me.
Yeah, it was.
How about for you?
2.
All right, why don't I go first? So I got really excited about Legendary games for a while, and so I did Legendary, a James Bond deck building game. I definitely think I would recommend Encounters the Matrix over that. However, James Bond has a lot more expansions. It is more on the regular Legendary system where cards come in face up too, but it is cooperative, and they still have, they don't have any coordinate cards, which is a bummer. But there's lots of fun mechanics, and if you know any of the old James Bond movies, which you don't because you don't like spy movies, but you don't, right?
I've watched plenty of James Bond movies.
You told me you don't like spy movies.
I didn't say, I'm okay. You said, do you like, what was that one? With what's his name? Short guy?
Pierce Brosnan. No, not Pierce Brosnan.
That's James Bond.
Oh, yeah, I know. What is the other one?
Mission Impossible.
Yes, thank you. What's his name?
I'm never a big fan of Mission Impossible.
Why not?
But I like James Bond.
You don't like Mission Impossible?
I've never been a Mission Impossible fan, really. But I like James Bond.
Okay. You're ridiculous. I understand.
That's right.
Okay, I went for Monster Hunter World Iceborne instead of Primal. Bigger, badder minis. Oh, I can understand. Yes, they do.
They do.
I had Monster Hunter, the original. I actually gave that to somebody, Terrence. But the gameplay, in my opinion, is far superior in Primal than in Monster Hunter. I didn't love the play in Monster Hunter. But I actually have Iceborne coming. I haven't decided if I'm going to play it or if I'm just going to sell it. We'll see.
Got some Rock Hard on Sunday. That was awesome. Good
and
stuff.
that is not an innuendo.
That's not innuendo.
Yes, Creel Manor is excellent solo. Yes,
Yogi Bear.
Let's begin. Now, like YouTube has an ability where I can scrub back or whatnot, a VOD, must watch live.
Must watch live.
Cruise.
That's Tom Cruise. That's the
Why
guy.
couldn't I think of that? If it isn't Ghost Rider,
That's right. That's right. Yogi shows up halfway through the year.
So typical. Yes, Colin becoming indignant when someone hasn't seen a movie.
I know.
That's true.
100%.
Does you feel like playing Diablo?
You've only played Diablo
I've
once.
actually played. No, I've played 3 times. Okay, so did you know that when you use your special power in Diablo, this should just show you how much I don't play video games. So here I am.
He's
I've
the
got
barbarian.
this Xbox.
He's
I'm the barbarian.
He's got an ability called Whirlwind. Guess what happens when you hit the button when you do Whirlwind? Your guy spins around with his axe,
Well,
right?
no, not just when you hit. You have to hold the button. So what I did is I clicked the button, and then I took my little joystick and went like this over and over again, and my thumb got so tight.
We did not realize it's doing it until all of a sudden Brent goes,
Colin, are you actually? What are you doing? Are you doing?
Because we're noticing also the guys aren't dying around him. Because all I think is guys just spinning in a circle.
In a circle. Over and over again. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. So apparently you have to hold down the button and then your barbarian spins on its own. So I have no idea. Euthia and Diablo, I have no idea. But you're killing things and you're
Not a
upgrading.
Mission Impossible.
I'm with Barrett. Oh, was that not?
It's half a year. It was
Yogi.
Yogi.
Yogi, you're amazing.
Thank you so much, Yogi. That's awesome.
The first half of the year was actually pretty awesome.
No,
but I understand.
The funny thing is, we got more of the second half of the year, and it's already 10 o'clock.
What would you give you? I'm sorry, I know, but the second half is not as long.
What would you give a Youth on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Exile
I'd give it a 6. I'd give it a 6, maybe a 6.5.
But you give Mage Knight a 10.
I would
That's your
make
problem.
Mage Knight an 11.
11,
So
that's your
yeah, that's just my opinion. But I like Mage Knight. Just feels tighter. It's not about. It's more of a tighter experience. Euthia is much better for not being quite as tight.
Right.
But yeah, it's still good, and it's awesome that it was picked up by Steamforged, so it can continue to be played. Okay,
Marvel Champions.
Marvel Champions, one of the LCGs. It's a great game. A lot of people really love it solo. I did a solo set of doing like the first one. Really enjoyed it. Fun.
Still have it.
I still have it. I'm not gonna get rid of all of it. I am not gonna get all of it. I'm just gonna get what I like.
What you want?
Hope you're both doing well. Yes,
We are
thank
doing
you,
well.
Solo
Solo
Board Gaming Night.
Good to have you here.
What would you give HOMM3? Do you know what HOMM3 is?
Happy on my...
HOMM3.
We'll find out.
Yeah, tell us what HOMM3 is. Then I'll do my next one.
Part 3.
Yeah. Catharsis. Heroes of Might and Magic. Oh, we haven't even played that one.
Oh, Hero Might and Magic. We have not played that one. I'm sorry.
You haven't played. Sorry. Can't tell you, Zimbo. I'm sorry.
We don't know anything about. I know about the game. I have not played it or anything.
Catharsis, Divine Wrath.
And I didn't play the video game either.
If you've played any sort of Yahtzee style game where you roll your dice 3 times, up to 3 times, and you can then use your dice for stuff. I'm thinking of Dice Throne or Dice Throne Adventures. Yep. Very same system. You have unique cards that will make up your player area, and you're going to trigger them by your dice. It works great cooperatively because you're doing it simultaneously. The game definitely feels like it was designed by someone that's newer to designing board games, meaning that the words are really hard to read because the font is hard to read. The cards are really ginormous, but the gameplay is fun.
Yeah.
The gameplay is fun. Divine Wrath, that one, I would recommend getting that over the base game. I think they did a lot of better things in the Divine Wrath set. And the bosses are really cool and unique. So it's one I'm keeping. It's a slight recommend. I think that you would enjoy it if you like the Yahtzee mechanic. That's what I'd say. Okay, now it's you.
Star Trek Frontiers, I think, is even better than Mage Knight.
Totally disagree, 100%. But I understand. Star Trek Frontiers.
I have Star Trek.
I know. I gave it to you.
Your copy.
Yeah, too much. It's too easy. Meaning that sounds wrong. Not that it's too easy to win, but it's too easy to move around. It's too easy to. I mean, in Mage Knight, you've got all the different types of terrain. You know what you have in Star Trek Frontiers? Space.
The final frontier.
Yeah, two movement to move through space.
So in July, which is the month I usually take off of board games, I did actually play a board game. I played...
What you...
Harakiri.
Harakiri.
Harakiri. I think it's Harakiri.
Okay.
You know, I wonder how many times I said, how do you pronounce this on YouTube, and kept hitting the play button, and I'd go like, all right, I'm going to be playing
Harakiri.
You said it completely wrong. Like, dang it! I gotta delete that and start again. Oh my gosh! So Harakiri, I think it's the name of the game. Blades of Honor. This needs. You need the update back.
Yeah.
You need the update back bad.
Really bad.
There's a lot of misspelled words. There's a lot of. I've told everybody this. My favorite card in the entire deck, or the favorite thing in the entire deck, is when I went fishing for a giant fish. You jump onto the giant fish and you take your spear and stab down into the beast as the approaching army sets up their rampart against your defenses and is mounting up to storm the castle. And you throw the fish into the boat. Like,
basically, the paragraphs are in the wrong
they're
spot.
in the wrong spot.
Yeah, yeah.
The best part was it wasn't even this, like, it was like 2 sentences were in. So I'm interested,
just 2 sentences.
I'm interested to see where the fish is over when the guys are attacking the castle. So it's. I think again, this makes. I don't know if the publisher's done a lot of other things, but if this is one of their first games, they did need a little bit of proofreading. Proofreading.
But shouldn't be fair to proofreading.
No. But I do know that I did back the second part of it, which is like a new expansion, and I know that comes with a complete update pack for this. So I'm sure all the rule questions and things are coming with that. So we'll see what happens when I get that, if it's worth continuing.
You do find a lot of that in Kickstarter games, as we all know.
Yes.
First time, especially if it's a first-time
We
publisher.
did actually a thing about that on Co-op Chat last week. We talked about
that's a really good topic because it's really.
What's your favorite type of Yahtzee game?
Yeah, Yahtzee style game where you roll your dice 3 times.
Really
oh man.
Dice Throne, I guess.
I mean, Dice Throne is great. I'm trying to think of other ones. I'll have to think about that
Area.
one. Harakiri. Harakiri.
There you go.
Harakiri.
And I think Morganite actually did Morganite, I think, lived in that area?
Oh yeah, she probably actually knows.
She knows.
Yeah. Return to Dark Tower was rated as best solo game somewhere. What's great about it, and it's not an RPG, but it's really, first of all, it's nostalgic for people that have played the original game back in the 1970s. And then the second thing is it's really well built. The game has built really well. You've got fun actions. You're going into the app, going and delving through dungeons. Bosses come out, and there's lots of. You can combine any foes with any boss. There's just lots of combinations. I know. Poor
Steve's trying to write it and keeps autocorrecting for him.
How come I don't pronounce it right, Yogi Bear? I don't pronounce it right. I pronounce things just as bad. Just watch my Freedom 5. I'm trying to say proliferate.
I'm trying to imagine a world where Barrett catches the spelling errors in games.
That's not this. That's supposed to be another multiverse. Come on. It's Harakiri. It's
Harakiri.
Unless you're a Chicago Cubs fan, then it's Harry Carey. Harry Carey.
I studied Japanese for 2 years. And my best friend lived in Japan for 6 years. Okay.
Oh,
that I knew it was something.
See, Morganite knew it. Yeah. Morganite knew it. Okay.
Right. I did that samurai game.
Yep. All right. I did Dungeons of the Mad Mage, one of the D&D adventure games. And I've actually done 3 adventures, and I'm gonna keep going. I got everything still set aside. I love that system. I think I have
your undead beholder still. If you need.
No, remember you gave it to me.
Oh, did I give it to you? Okay.
So the fun part about that game, super easy, simple. It's just fun, rolling a d20, seeing if you hit. You know, just going and adventuring. The fun part about the Dungeon of the Mad Mage is it's actually a campaign. Usually. Those D&D games are all one-off scenarios. So I do this scenario, and then after I do that one, I do this one, and I'd start over. This one, you can actually level up, and you go to a little town, and you can get items and stuff like that. Really fun. I'm definitely keeping it. I have the painted version. I didn't paint it. It was one of the painted. I got it in 2019, right before COVID happened. Enjoyed a lot. So
and in case you're interested, it is a level 5 through 20 module in Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh yeah.
So that's what all these are from. Are from actual modules.
And you're supposed to. It's supposed to help if you like that. Then you can actually use the minis and do stuff like that with D&D.
Do you see a ton of potential in Normandy, and do you think it could end up being a masterpiece with enough development? I do. I think it's not. If people think they're going to go in playing Aeon Trespass Odyssey, it's not going to be that.
No.
But if you're interested in playing a dungeon crawler with an Aeon Trespass boss fight built into it, then that's what you're going to be getting.
Yeah.
You're not going to be getting the exploration stuff. It's going to be more of a dungeon crawler exploration.
No, which is still cool.
Which is still cool.
Different.
It's just going to be a different game. And I think there is potential. They've been, I mean, into the unknown, put out Aeon Trespass Odyssey. That's fantastic. So I have faith in what they're doing.
Okay, next for me, Horrified. World of Monsters. I've played all the Horrified.
Horrified. There's Horrified.
What is that? That is a great. Where did you get that from? Oh my gosh, this is horrifying.
Yeah, it told me horrifying.
That was a really good one for horrifying.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah,
look at my what? Oh wow. Okay. There are 4 horrifieds. I would recommend, if you like that system, it's a nice pick up deliver cooperative game where you're picking up items, delivering to a certain area. You have monsters to defeat, and they each need to be defeated in a unique way, which is cool. So it's about theme and a lot. I'm gonna push him off. It's about theme in a lot of ways. Which theme it speaks to you? My 2 favorites are the Greek ones because I love the Greek theme. Because my kids and I were reading Percy Jackson at the time, and so he knew who Hades was and all that jazz. And then this newest one, The World of Monsters, is really good. It's got the Cthulhu guy in it. Yeah, super cool. So I own 2 of the 4. I sold the other 2, but definitely still keeping that one a nice pick up and deliver. Why, Colin? I know. Colin is too happy in a good way. I'm
Where can I get my own life-size Colin?
You don't want one. Let me tell you, you don't.
I held off on backing Enormity because they backlands of every shape, but I think Enormity looks incredible and more for me than Anthrust Odyssey. Very, very well possible. Mike.
Yeah,
very
you
well
got to
possible.
pick and choose sometimes.
You do. We're gonna get the lands of every shade. I have it on my list. Only Japanese I know is slurs. Colin's too happy. Do you think the Diablo board game being developed will end up being the biggest board game of all time?
I have no idea.
I am excited to hear. I'm going to go look this up now. I didn't know they're making one.
There's a Diablo board
I didn't know
game?
that. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, if they can get even half of the people that play Diablo into the board game, absolutely, without a doubt. All right, I've got 2 more. How about you?
For July?
Yeah.
I got 1.
Okay, go for it.
Fallen Lands. Post-popular board game. I did this right before I went to Gen Con. And the reason I did it is because...
You were supposed to be there.
They were supposed to be there. I had a whole 2nd edition set that they gave me at last Gen Con, and I wanted to make sure I did it before I went there because I wanted people to stop by the booth, say hi to these guys. These guys are awesome. They're the guys that make the game. Fallen Dominion is the game, the people that make Fallen Lands. And sadly, I told them, hey, I'm doing a video because I want people to go and see it at the thing, and if that's okay. And they said, we're not going. We weren't invited. Because they did a lottery system now instead of returning people automatically getting a spot.
And so they didn't get a spot.
So they didn't get a spot.
That's ridiculous.
So it's kind of too bad. Yeah. But if you go back to watching that video, I do have a link onto where to pick up all the new 2nd edition stuff that's come out. And it's really, and so if you haven't played the game, I've done multiple playthroughs. Please go check it out. It's fantastic. You're in a they're in the post-apocalyptic world, and it's a sandbox game where you're, and there's different ways to play solo. You do point system, or they have actual campaign adventures, missions. You can do it a campaign, you can do one-off adventures. I did a one-off adventure where I went looking for DeForest Kelley, pretty much. I went looking for the Doctor from Star Trek.
Oh, cool.
Which was pretty awesome. And they have so many references in there that you wouldn't get that are just amazing. So it's a great game.
You would get it, and everyone else would get it.
Everybody gets it.
It's in early development. That's talking about Diablo.
Yeah. Hellraiser, Blackcoat, the Mad Mage. Right. Run, fast, fast.
Wait, Colin, if you have an adventure in the dungeon where you're...
Oh, he's probably played the Dungeons and Dragons adventure.
Slowing yourself is a free action.
Yep,
that's good. That's good. Okay.
Early development. All right, I'm going to check that out. Each of their games using inverted combat paradigm. Very little different. Aeon Trespass, Odyssey, Kingdoms, Forlorn, and Enormity. Yes.
There's also a TTRPG out for Diablo. Okay, I hear Fallen Lands is incredibly good. I bought everything for it, but I haven't played it yet. Oh, Zimbo.
It'll be really, it's fun. Yeah. It's a fun game. And you can play it solo. You can play with up to, I think, 6 people, which is pretty cool. And you can even play co-op, and they have co-op adventures, or you can play it competitively as well. Trying to be the best thing you can.
Yeah. All right. You good?
Yep, Red Dragon Inn.
Yep, I got 2 left. Red Dragon Inn, Battle for the Great Port. So I actually replayed that.
Yeah.
Specifically so I could bring it to Gen Con. Because right before we went to Gen Con, and we played it at Gen Con.
Yes, we did.
Super fun.
It was so amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Watching you having to deal with all that.
Yeah, trying to teach 5 people that game, but it was good.
I know. It's kind of like when I played Nemesis there. It's like, it's so much fun to see all the things that happen, but you have to run the game.
You're exhausted at the end of it. But it's a fun game because whenever it's someone's turn, everyone can play a card. So you're always invested, which I love that about it. And it's in the same world as Tales from the Red Dragon Inn and just the Red Dragon Inn, which is a competitive game, actually, that you can pick up as well. Really fun. It's a card system game. So you are building, or it's a deck builder. You're buying cards into your deck and whatnot. You have heroes that you attach weapons to them, and you attack monsters, trying to save locations. Really cool. I will never get rid of that because it works great up to 5 players. There's not a lot of cooperative games that play with 5 really well, and that one does.
Now, just to keep up, Fallen Lands I still have, Red Dragon Inn.
Oh yeah, I still have that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I talked about Horrified. I said D&D I still have, Catharsis I still have. Yep.
I'll have to say is Naked Amish Rake Fight. Those that know what I'm talking about. And
No
actually,
idea.
If you watch one of the playthroughs, that may have happened.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
All right.
Cthulhu Death May Die is one of the best games I've ever played. We're gonna get to that.
100% Zimbo. Okay. Mandalorian Adventure. That was the last one I played in July. It was good. It wasn't great. My kids enjoyed it. We played it at Gen Con, and we were kind of.
Okay.
It was fine. I liked the idea of when you play cards, it adds a value to that location. If it goes up too much, then those enemies activate, and so you're trying to prevent that from happening.
Kind of reminded me of the way Myth does their stuff, where if you put too much threat into the, if you're playing cards with too much threat, the darkness will activate.
So you get a cool ability, but then all of a sudden the definitely not great with 4 though. No. It took very long between turns. Granted, I was playing with sleep deprived Barrett, sleep deprived Steve, and Derek, and I was teaching all of them.
Is that the first day we played?
First or second day. But it was long. It was really long, and we ended up losing the scenario. So I think it's good at 2, and it also has a pretty good solo variant for that one. I still have it because I want to play through all the missions, and there's actually an expansion already planned for the game. So I am thinking of keeping it, seeing if maybe it'll be one that I want to keep. Fun. There is a trader mechanic too as you go through it, if you want to put it in there. But yeah, for him. But yeah, that's Mandalorian Adventures. I still have it, and that is a 2024 game. So now we're going to August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, I got 7 in August.
You better start talking.
What the heck was I doing? Okay, apparently was just all about games. Valor and Villainy. Love it. It's Ludwig's Labyrinth. I still have it. I got the whole thing painted. You go through the labyrinth itself, and you are completing scenarios. You are unlocking stuff for your characters. It's one of those Druid games, the same company that made Tidal Blades 2 and Tidal Blades. It's awesome. The miniatures are fantastic. It is a complex dungeon crawler that didn't need to be as complex as it is, meaning that there's a lot of weird things you have to kind of look up, but it's really fun to play once you get it. My kids love it. I still have it, and I'm not going to get rid of it, especially because I have everything painted. So that's Valor and Villainy.
Well, Fate Forge, we tried this too at Gen Con.
We did. So I did a playthrough. I actually haven't even played the regular missions yet. I've only played the battle because I'm in the midst of painting those because I like that system. This game, you have 4 dice, or 3, or was it 4? I think it's 4 dice. You roll them up. You then activate things on your board based upon the symbols. And you usually only have a certain amount of rounds to be able to complete the objectives in the game. I'm really excited to see how this one works because even if you win or lose it, the story keeps going. So I'm excited to see more of that one. I am definitely keeping that one right now, especially because it plays so quick. So that's Fate Forge Chronicles of Khan. It's a recommend if you like the idea of rolling your dice and then you use them to activate abilities, and then you'll slowly level up. But you also have these one-off battles that you can do as well within the app. There is an app in the game, and you have to use the app. But it's very much on the side of the game. It's just going to tell you, hey, these enemies activate. Hey, this thing is going to happen. It's very similar to the Warcrow
what I just played.
Okay.
The app is on the side. It's not doing the game. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah. Sorry, let's go to a couple of comments.
And Trespass is a great game, but also the most complex game ever made. Same with Kingdom Forlorn. Yes, there is a lot going on in that game. We're going to get to it someday. Cthulhu Death May Die is my 5-player game. So fun.
Yes.
We're going to get to it. We got coming up. Baron is a trader mechanic.
Yes.
Quick question. I know we were past this, but meant to ask. I heard you say Distant Skies was unchallenging and exploring, but I have the base game on my shelf. Is the base game the same way?
It is only the base game for that game, isn't it? Distant Skies? Or are you talking about
I wonder if he's talking about Sleeping Gods. Sleeping Gods and Distant Skies very similar, and I think the thing it suffers from for me is the fact that it never knows where you're going to go. It's not like something where like, oh, okay, we're going to get through level 1 and then get these powers to go to level 2, like that. So sometimes you're going to walk into a battle and be like, oh crap, just got beat to smithereens. Or else you walk in there like, oh, I'm fighting 2 level 2 rats.
It doesn't even take 1 round to kill them.
Which is also fun because it goes really fast, but also you're pulling yourself out of the game to do that, and then you're going back to the story where kind of like, oh, I'm fighting 2 rats. I'm just going to throw them aside. What you should do is just be like, those aren't going to last. Okay, and then just go to the back into the game.
Okay, Mike. First of all, Fate Forge, awesome. Okay, I'm really excited. I can't wait to actually play the story. I haven't done that yet. You've got to talk to me about Andromeda's Edge. I have that game. I can't convince myself to read the rules. It's so big. Is it one? It sounds like you really like it. So is it one that you think it's worth? I played Dwellings of Eldervale way back in the day, and I liked it, but I got rid of it. I felt like Andromeda's Edge would be better. Tell me what you think and why you like that game. I'm curious.
This is 100% true. Distant Skies is worth a playthrough. 100%. I'm super glad we played Distant Skies. I'm super glad we played Sleeping Gods. I thought they were fantastic games to play. I'm good.
Yep. Now I can move it on.
Yep.
And there are some games that's okay. Yep. That's okay.
Have you all played Dragon's Down?
No.
Tyler,
I've never even heard of that one.
Super well known.
Dragons Down.
Dragons Down. Write it down. A piece of paper right there.
Okay. Dragons. I know. I've got Hand of Fate here. Yep. And Dragons
All right.
Down.
Well, he writes that down. We played Invincible together when we got back from Gen Con. Invincible is a bag building game where you're buying cards into your tableau and activating them based on what you pull out of your bag, but don't pull out too many bad cubes. You crack.
They're actually not bad though. That's the nice part. They're wild.
They're wild
which I
cubes,
love.
You pull too many wild cubes out.
That was a genius idea.
It was.
That's a really good design
mechanic.
system.
Yep. Really, really good. And the only thing I don't like about it is I wish they'd had more missions, but I love the fact you can scale the missions. Is 100% worth playing, Colin.
He's talking about Andromeda's Edge. I was here. Yeah, I mean, that's what the problem is. I read the manual and I was like, oh, and by the time I finished it, I was like, I have to go back to the beginning now to figure out how to play the game.
That's hilarious. And also, I think 18 factions you can play as, just like one replay value. That's pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Mike, how did you learn it? Tell me how you learned it so that I can learn the same way, and then I'll do a playthrough.
I think Paul Grogan might have actually done do a video on it.
Did he for solo or?
I don't know.
Because most of what I found is the competitive, which is why. Yeah.
But anyway,
Invincible's actually really good.
Really fun.
Yes.
Really fun. I don't have it. You have it. You still have it?
Yeah. Oh,
still have it.
I'm never getting rid of that one. Monica loves that one. My kids love that one. And who doesn't love pulling cubes from a bag? It's cooperative quacks of Quedlinburg. That's kind of what I think of it as with superpowers.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul did a 4-play. See, that's the thing.
Goal Invincible is to bust.
Yeah.
Only
and then have Zach come and save you. No.
No, I saved everybody.
That's right.
Everybody until we did our playthrough live. Then I crashed.
Then you crashed every time, dude.
Oh my God.
You were terrible.
What kind of game is Witcher Path of Destiny? RPG? I can't find out what it is.
I've never even heard of that. Witcher Path of Destiny.
Witcher is a book series that was turned into a video game series, and I haven't heard anything about the board game. Except there was a board game, but I think they're coming out with a new one, but I know there's an old board game. I haven't played that one. Don't know anything about it.
Yeah, sorry, we don't know.
Would love that game.
Talking about Invincible. That's my wife. Yeah.
All right. Where are we going?
Okay, I'll go.
Defenders of the Wild. Defenders
of the Wild. Are we ready to change the picture yet, man?
Not yet. We're almost there.
Defenders of the Wild. Really fun animal type game. So if you like cute little animals, there's 4 different factions in the game, and you are playing together to try and defeat the machines that are taking over your land. And you're doing this by did you play this with me?
No.
Okay. You do it by playing a card out. It tells you how many actions you have, and you're going to move around, but then the machines can shoot you or attack you.
Because if you did, I would have talked to you about Princess Mononoke. So you didn't hear about that. So
no, I didn't hear about that. It's good. It's hard. It's also a lot of dice rolling over and over again for the machines to attack you over and over and over and over again. I think it's good. It feels long though. I still have it because I like it, but I don't love it. Steve and I, actually mostly Steve, has come up with great ideas for house rules, because Steve is the king of house rules, that I think would actually make it a lot better. I haven't tried them yet, but I still have the game because I like it. I just don't know how often I'm going to pull it out. And it's in a small box too, which is really nice.
That's easy.
Looks really cool on the board because the machines are moving across, trying to surround your locations with walls. And that's going to turn it into a factory. And if too many factories are out, you lose. So yeah, fun one. Interesting, unique. I like it.
Tim
Schwan does a great how to play that will teach a lot of the mechanics you need. Not Board Gaming does a really good job explaining the solo bot. Thank you, Mike.
There you go.
That's what I need. Thank you.
Just realized. Yep. You did just. I'm glad you realized that.
Yes.
I was super excited when I bought this shirt. I was so excited when I even found out this shirt even existed. Have you folks checked out Arkham Horror RPG? I've looked at it. I haven't dug too deep into it yet.
Oh, Meeple University also has a good how-to. Okay.
Thank you.
Freedom 5. We'll talk about that one. I'm going to get to that one. Yeah. Witcher
Destiny is a different game from the creators of Witcher, the old one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I apologize. Not yet.
Mike said, if I can manage to figure out the solo bot, you can too. I don't know. I
tried it on my channel solo, and I gave up after 2 hours. It was way too much to do. And
wait, which one is he talking about?
I think he's talking. No. I think he's talking about the one that you were talking about earlier up here.
No, that's Mike. Zimbo was talking about Witcher Path. Mike's talking about which one ID Jester are you talking about? Because I'm curious.
What month are we in?
We're in August. I still have well, actually, you did Invincible.
Yeah.
Okay. And we already talked about Kingdom Death.
Yep,
so I actually only have 2 more.
Okay, go for it.
Cthulhu Death May Die.
Yep.
How did you find this picture? No flipping way. Oh my
Pine
gosh,
Face.
they probably can't see what's the
It's the Pine Face
this
game.
is the Pine Face game that we played at Deloitte. So I'm a tax accountant, and I did taxes during busy season, and you had to put your face there, and you know hitting the little thing or whatever, and all of a sudden someone would get whoosh, whacked in the face with pie.
Yep.
So yes, that's wonderful. I'm really glad you have that
Where'd you
picture.
put that game on your list? You still have that game?
Gosh. Which one? That
Pie.
one? No, that was mine. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cthulhu Death May Die. Oh my gosh.
Season 3 and 4, current obsession every Friday of bashing out an A2 player.
Well, that's great that you have season 3 and 4. I'm still waiting for my season 3 and 4. I can't believe how long it's taking. I'm
Possibly
annoyed.
favorite game that isn't Arkham Horror 30.
Yes, I'm annoyed that I'm still waiting, but I understand. I don't need to have it. I have enough of that game.
Beat
But
up the Polyglass Show. Yep.
oh my gosh, use that code and you rob yourself of beating up the bully glass show.
He's
Is
the
that-
first guy.
Okay.
The first guy.
So Cthulhu Death May Die, not much to say other than I love the episodic, you know, you can any boss, any episode, any investigators, boom, you're ready to play. It's fun, dice chucking, craziness. Can't get any better than Cthulhu Death May
Yep,
Die.
can't get better. KDM.
I will never get rid of that one. I got season 3 and 4. I've backed seasons 5 and 6, but I haven't even gotten 3 and 4 yet. Who knows when it'll show up? So excited.
A lot of
That'll be
people
awesome.
waiting for 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yogi's waiting for season 7.
Yeah. I'm waiting for season 17. Yes.
Zimbo's favorite game looks like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, every Friday.
Yogi every
Oh,
Friday.
that's awesome.
Death May. That's good to hear because I enjoy that game a lot.
Yes. Oh, I remember when I showed it to you, and then you played it with your gaming group.
Yep,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
loved it.
Yeah. Next one, last one that I have for this
Last
one,
one.
Runebound. Unbreakable Bonds.
Is this
Love that.
this is out, right? No, that's the old one.
This is
I'm
the
thinking of never mind, I'm thinking of
old-
something
you're thinking
completely
of something-
different.
This is 2015.
Yep, no,
dude.
I'm thinking something
Yeah.
completely different.
I think I'm the opposite of Ramen. The pictures are getting worse. Yes, Monica, I'm so sorry, Monica. That's my wife. Yeah, that's from Deloitte when I got smacked in the face with
Seems like a
pie.
money sink. I'd already have enough of those. That's one way to look at it. But
It
it's a fun
is.
game.
It
It's
is
a lot.
not cheap.
It's a lot.
But don't worry. You should just contact the guy on Etsy who makes all the 3D terrain for it too.
Or
It
you
makes
can
it.
maybe just get the big giant miniature of
Or
Death
the big,
over there.
huge, giant miniature. That's this
Yeah.
big. I want to get the Godzilla so bad. Anyway.
That one can stay at your house.
No, yes. Runebound, Unbreakable Bonds, love it. I love this is a basically you're building your character and trying to take on a boss in a certain amount of time. You're leveling up by getting chips that you put into your cup or whatever. When you fight, you flick your chips on the ground or whatever, and you activate them. They're double-sided. It's kind of a unique battle system. Some people really don't like it. I really enjoy it. I love the experience of going from 0 to hero in one game. It's really good. It's one I'm never gonna get rid of. I love it. I love it. Definitely one that I recommend. Hexplorit series is excellent. Zimbo, I could not. I've tried Hexplorit so many times, and I've sold it every time. I've gotten 3 different iterations, and I've sold every single one of them. I just can't. It's too slow. I think it's too slow for me for whatever reason. You know, something like Runebound will play it in a lot faster time, and I level up a lot faster. Hexplorit, I want to like it, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
Okay.
September.
Yep. September. How many do you have?
Oh, probably 1.
I have 7. in
Oh, I have
September.
3 this time.
Oh, okay.
4.
4?
This is my big one.
Okay. Do it. Do it.
This is because my kids went back to school.
Oh, that's right.
Because
That's
my
right.
recording day is usually Mondays.
Yeah.
All right, first one I have, Dungeons of Infinity. This one I got from Sky Kingdom's game. This was given to me. I didn't even know it was coming. They said, surprise,
All of a
here
sudden
it
it shows
is,
up.
which was awesome because then I could try the final version of Dungeons of Infinity. I think both you and I did a playthrough on our channel. You did one stop, and I did one on...
Well, that was back when it wasn't owned by Sky Kingdom Games.
Yes, it wasn't.
Then Sky Kingdom Games bought it and then remade it.
Remade it, okay.
Yep. Yep.
So we both did a playthrough of it at one point. I finally got the real version, played through it. I enjoyed what I played, out the door.
Yeah. That one's not.
I did not need it to stick around. And I don't really have a reason why, except that I've got other games that can do that I didn't really think I needed it.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. Isofarian Guard, my current favorite League of Dungeoneers, Madara are part of my favorite games.
Forever
That's
games.
Fantastic.
Heck
Forever
yeah.
games. That's fantastic.
Dungeons looks like I don't even know what Dungeon is. Mike, what's Dungeons? Dungeons look like a better Tiny Epic Dungeons?
Maybe Dungeons of Infinity.
Oh, Dungeons Infinity.
Very. I could say I haven't played the.
I
Epic
played
Dungeon.
Tiny Epic. I still have Tiny Epic actually.
I thought the characters were really cool in that game, and I like the different things you can do with them. But I just wasn't my deal. I like the card things too, where you go into a room and you weren't sure what was ever going to be there. You know what I mean? So
that's
that was
cool.
kind of neat. And I like the different. They had a bunch of different scenarios, which is
It's
cool.
very
too.
old,
but very
style.
old school.
Yeah, very old
doesn't
style.
Infinity. I have to go. Thank you, Fire Drake.
Thank you,
for
Drake.
joining.
Thanks for
New
joining.
expansion coming. Tiny Epic Dungeon on the way.
Oh, that's
In
cool.
your opinion, is the most action-packed dungeon crawler, other than real-time games
Oh
like
my
Project Elite?
gosh. I love Project Elite so much.
Yes, you do.
Action packed. I mean, you got to go Cthulhu Death May Die, really. I mean, that one, the amount of action, immediate action, right? You're just boom, right into it. I love that. Trying to think of what other ones I would say for immediate action for a dungeon crawler. What would you say? As you think about it, let me go through my September. Spirit Island. It's considered the #1 solo game of all time in on BGG when they do the little rating thing. So obviously it's a great solo game. I love Spirit Island. I convinced Steve to try Spirit Island and he loves it. You're quiet. I feel like you're thinking. Or
Yep.
Okay. All right. Get Spirit
Machina
Island.
Arcana.
Oh,
That's mine.
that's a good one.
That's
a
my
good one.
favorite action-packed
Yes.
one. And a lot of people are going to say, but there's not a lot of action. You're always in action in that game.
Yes. If you don't spawn an enemy, you're going to spawn an enemy in the next round.
We're bad news.
Yes.
You got to do with that thing. Go ahead.
So Spirit Island, definitely a good one. Then I went back to
Yeah, you
20. Oh, no. First I did Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Warhammer the Hobbit, Hunt for the Arkenstone, out the door. Not great. It's definitely more for the people that want those minis for the Lord of the Rings battle system. I don't have any of that, so it was a fine game, but it wasn't anything great. You're just trying to find the Arkenstone. You're literally just going to locations. Yeah, not so tiny.
Not so tiny.
It's amazing.
Live Project Elite playthrough. We did.
Yes.
We did a live
playthrough.
We
of
did
that.
do a live playthrough during Extra
Go check
Life.
that one out. That
Extra
is
Life.
woo. That's insane. Especially because people kept spawning more
Oh my
aliens.
gosh. Painted every mini and tiny.
Oh, that's awesome. There's a bunch actually in that one. Cthulhu, Massive Darkness 2. That's another good one. I haven't played Heaven Campaign. I haven't played that one. Shadows of Brimstone is a lot of dice rolling, but much more random.
Yes.
Yes. Zach is getting me kind of excited about Shadows of Brimstone.
Oh, that's a great game. Yeah, I'm really excited after I failed you.
Yes, that's okay. No, it's not your fault.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm
Island, one of the best for sure.
Yep.
100%. How action-packed is Deliverance?
Funny you should mention that. That is the next game on the list.
That is the next one. I still have Deliverance. It is fun. It is definitely action-packed. Enemies are always there, and then once they're not, you spawn them for the next round, and then the boss shows up. Deliverance is great, especially so if you enjoy having, you know how much damage you're going to do almost always. Your actions are deterministic,
and I like that.
Yep. But there is some randomness with the dice roll of, I'm going to get a prayer card and then I can roll a die if I actually get 2 dice. If I get a 7+, well, then I get an extra benefit. So I like how it's not everything is deterministic, but a lot of it is.
You know what? You at least you have like, okay, so this is what I'm planning to do. Let's see if I get extra bonus.
Exactly.
This is great. I love that. Do you have still have Rogue Angels? Yes, I still have the prototype.
Yeah. At one point, it'll actually show up. I'm hoping soon. I'd love to play that one. So, yep, Deliverance, I still have it. I love it. Now, this is a big one for me. Marvel United.
Let me do my September first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've got lots of these. I got Terminus Frontier. I did a preview of Terminus Frontier. This was another dungeon crawler campaign game set in a sci-fi world. This one, I like this one. I'm backing this one.
Oh, that's the one with the cool ammo mechanics,
yep,
right?
It has the ammo. So like as you decide to fire, you check your ammo deck to see how many times you hit. But if you use too much of your bullets, you have to spend time reloading them. I like the abilities that the characters kind of have, so they're all different in that aspect. I only played the first mission, but there's also like some boss fights. There's gonna be lots of different. There's gonna be espionage missions.
Yeah, but you just had a prototype.
But I only had prototypes. So I played one, but I'm planning to get it. So if that helps, tell you, well, then what I know about that game, what I think about it.
Cool. What about your other one? Did you want to do another one?
I could.
Yeah.
My other one is Stalker. Shadows of Brimstone and Machina Arcana, 2 of my favorite dungeon crawlers. Yes. How good is it? I liked it. I'm backing it. I think it'll be fun. Now, the thing is, people have asked me, Rogue Angels or Terminus Frontier? That's the hard part, because I do see a lot of similarities in the games, but I think Rogue Angels is going to have more of a... I think it'll be a tighter, more narrative. I think Terminus, but I don't know. I'd really like to try both of them a lot to really see what I want.
I think it's too hard to tell because neither of them are final.
Stretches to lots of different mission types. It's cool. Yeah, it has that. Stalker is really good. Yogi Bear says Rogue Angels I like better than Terminus Frontier. This is.
Do you know who loves Stalker? You know who loves stealth games?
Nope.
Not this guy.
Nope.
I don't know why we made you do the stealth game.
I don't know.
That was a silly idea.
You weren't gonna do it.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't gonna do it. I don't even have it anymore. So anybody who's known about Stalkers from Waking Realms, it was their it was their stealth game that I never once decided to do stealth ever in the history of this game. I go, okay, this is a stealth game. So the first thing I do, I run around the corner and shot somebody. And just went from there. That was how it went. What they were doing in the game is great. The terrain was really super cool, super unneeded. But it looked super cool on the board, but you didn't need it. I like the little things that are in the game. I forget what they're called, like these little storms that are there that it can affect you and things like this. But you can cover different parts of them. They had a lot of really neat mechanics in the game that were kind of cool.
There's just a lot of things.
There's a lot of things going on in that game.
And if you don't like the stealth, it's not going to be for you.
Right, and this is a very stealth game. So I sent it to Captain Stealth, so Steve has it.
Steve's got it.
He's going to be doing a couple playthroughs of it. Yeah. Watch his channel coming up.
You know, Alter Quest. We played that.
It's gone too.
And we got rid of that one real fast.
Earth Under Siege I like better than both of those. Yeah, stay tuned for co-op cast to figure out more about that game.
Alter Quest was fun. We just felt like it was a little too easy. Yeah. You'd open up the door and we'd lay waste to every we would lay waste. We would lay waste to pretty much everything. Always. So we didn't love that one. I loved the idea of the dice in that game. That's a Sadler Brothers game. Yeah. So the dice were really cool. Yeah. But I ended up actually giving my copy away to Kevin Erkshine. No. But yeah.
The giant mutant boss fights were actually a lot of fun, throwing bolts to distract everyone. Yeah, that's from Stalker. I should have thrown some bolts too. I didn't do that. Shell's Brimstone is an addiction of mine. I got too much and I'm never gonna play it. Yeah,
that would be Zach. Zach is over there looking at his magazine of Shadows of. I didn't even know they made magazines.
The rulebook isn't that good, but I really love the game and I'm looking forward to Wave 2. I mean, like I said, I think it's a great game.
Phantom Epoch. We really are excited for that. We met that guy at Gen Con. We met that guy, the designer at Gen Con.
Super cool guy.
He was hoping December that was going to come, but I don't think it's happening considering it's December 17th. Have you seen anything about it showing up? Yeah, I don't think so.
But I backed Elder Scrolls Story of Many and Lands of Evershade. Please give me your opinions on those. You'll get some opinions on some of that.
Elder Scrolls, you can't give it. Well, you played.
I played a little bit of it
at Gen Con.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's worth.
No,
you just kind of walked us through.
Story of Many. Did you play that one?
No, you have to look from Steve and
Lands of Evershade. Though you'll talk about.
I'll talk about that one.
So sorry, Matthew. Only one of those we'll be able to talk.
Sorry, we're gonna.
All right, I've got 3 more. Are you
go for it?
All right, Warhammer Quest: The Adventure Card Game.
About Marvel United?
Oh dang it!
Because I got a picture for that.
Okay, do Marvel United. Is that me?
That's you sitting in front of a silver statue.
What am I doing?
The silver statues read the magazine too.
Oh my gosh! What is with my hair? Look at that hair! Oh, to be fair, it was the first issue from Black Friday. That's right. Story of Money looks a bit amateurish. Okay. Last I heard, Phantom Epoch is coming in Q1 next year. I think I almost backed and considered late pledging. Is that that is the Silver Surfer?
That's the Silver Surfer. That's right. That's
I have no idea. I don't recall that. I don't think that's actually me. It might look like me, but it's not me.
No, I think it's you.
I look like I'm 11 years old right there.
You're good stuff.
All right. Okay. This is calling a week before the. Dude, this is amazing. Okay. All right, let me go back to Marvel United, one of my kids' favorite games. We're over 160 plays of this game now. I've been getting all the minis painted slowly but surely. Yep. We love that game. Barrett doesn't like it because he's dumb, but everybody else does. I'm kidding. You're not dumb.
True.
You're not dumb. No,
I don't like the game.
Yeah, sometimes the games just don't.
Not the dumb part, but I don't like the game.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens. But our kids love it. We love that. I've been getting. I don't have everything. I have everything season 1. 3/4 of season 2 and about half of season 3, and I do have DC coming. So
Zimbo, pitch your idea to people. They'll take it.
Why is there no Doctor Who board games? Yeah. Is he still wearing the same watch from 19? No, I'm not. It's different. It's a different watch. It doesn't look the same, but it's different.
Looks like Duct Tape Man. Yeah. It's Duct Tape Man. I have no idea where this is.
Then Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game from 2015. I just started. I need to finish that off. I've got 2 more quests to do.
Yep. So you still have it.
I love that system.
I have it too.
It's just so good. They really need to come out because then they also had Heroes of Terranov.
So many different. Trying to do it again.
It would be wonderful if they could actually support one of the games. That would be great. But I still love it.
Here's your 4, and you're never getting more.
Yeah, exactly. Heroes of the Sanctum strategy game. This just came out in 2024. It's basically like the Warhammer Quest. That's why I ended up playing it. It's just with smaller cards. You control 4 characters, and you're trying to mitigate the enemies that are coming around the locations, and they'll move around and attack you. Is that a calculator watch in the photo? It probably is.
I forgot about those.
Oh my God.
The calculator watches, remember that?
Yeah, I'd cheat on my math exams, you know, or something. Heroes of the Sanctum, it was fine. It was okay. I didn't think it was great. I would prefer to play Warhammer Quest or Heroes of Terranoth. I didn't feel like Heroes of the Sanctum, it once again felt like kind of a new designer making the game. And so there's great ideas, but it didn't feel fully fleshed out, if that makes sense. So I still have the game, but I'm probably not going to keep that one. I'd prefer to play the other ones. And I have one last one.
Yep, I try to look at other people's viewing, especially on a plane. I am duct tape man.
Oh, if I remember right, that was on one of the college campuses at St. Thomas. Yeah, maybe. I have no idea. Colin, whoever's providing these pictures clearly has an issue with you. Is there anything of TikTok? I tick off a lot of people. I mean, I really do.
Other people.
I'm not a Marvel United guy. I'll be done with you, Barrett. You're not done.
Maybe we can get a Warhammer board game once a TV show goes ahead.
Ooh, that would be cool.
No,
the Last Spell looks like an extremely authentic game with monsters coming out of the top. I've never heard of The Last Spell.
All right,
down. The Last Spell.
There you go.
Okay. One last one for September, and this is all Dale's fault, which is awesome that Dale is on here. I randomly was looking at Dale's, I think, a Firefly playthrough that he did, and he had a playthrough of Run, Fight, or Die Reloaded, and there's a solo campaign of that one, and it looked awesome. So I played that one. That one's zombies coming to get you. You're rolling dice. That's actually a Yahtzee-style game.
Yeah, it is.
You can roll the dice up to 3 times. There you go. I love that game. It's great. I still have it. Actually, no, I'm getting rid of it, I think. I enjoy it. Here's the thing. You need to have... It's stupid. The game would have been perfect to be simultaneous play, right? You all can have your own little... No, you only have one set of dice. So you could play this with 6 people. And you're going to watch for 5 people roll their dice 3 times and then activate them and move them around. And then I'm going to give the dice to you. And then you're going to roll the dice. No, if we just all had our own set of 6 dice, roll them up, it would be great. But you can't find any more sets of it. I have to buy the game 5 more times to have that many sets.
Are they like?
They're unique dice because they've got zombie faces, bats, and all of that. And so I got really annoyed. So then I ended up I'm selling it, but I still enjoyed it. It was good for the solo campaign. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Game Workshop usually sucks at keeping things and board game stuff in print.
Yes, that's for sure.
Also, you should get a calculator watch, and maybe you would try and make so many errors in your videos. That's what I was laughing at.
That's my wife talking.
That's
Thanks, Monica. Also not a Monica guy, but it's just because the game is a bit too light for you.
I think that's one of my problems.
Totally get it. Yeah, totally get it.
I back DC United because I love Batman and I'm weak.
Morgan, I'm weak too, and I love Batman.
Glad I get blamed for stuff and board game.
That's Dale, 100% blame you.
All your fault.
You've earned it, Dale. Yes. Seriously.
Yes,
Fire
you
Team
have.
Zero. I love Fire Team Zero.
Yes, that's a great one.
That is one of my favorites.
That was a great one to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, as we said, asked about the
we didn't play it this year. But
no, I'm just saying we said action-packed dungeon crawlers.
That's true. Gears of War. Action-packed. Okay. We're into October now. We have October, November, December. 3 more months.
Okay, so remember when I said I did 4 in September? I didn't do 4 in September. I thought September was the game itself.
Oh.
So we're in October.
I played the game September. It's called Bear Was Alive in September. Yes, I didn't miss it. Hello, everyone. That's awesome.
Beerman, good to see you. Thanks for joining, Beerman.
Beerman's here. Beerman, I have to thank you for something. Tales to the Red Dragon Inn. I have to give you a huge shout out. It's all because of you. I played that one, and then my family has really been enjoying that one, so thank you. Zombies coming at you, rolling some dice. Interesting concept for a game. Maybe even a series. I know. I apparently really... do you remember when board games were all about zombies? And then people were like, there's too many zombie games. And I was like, I'm not going to get a zombie game. I actually really enjoy a lot of zombie games.
You played a lot of zombie games.
I play a lot of zombie games. And I got more planned. Okay. October.
October. I got 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. Crap. I have 6.
One of them's big. One of them I got to talk about for a while.
Okay. So I'll do 2 and then you go.
All right.
All right. And these are kind of special to me because these happened right before my 4th son, Logan, was born. So it's kind of cool. Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. It's basically Gloomhaven pared down to solo only. You're playing on these individual cards. My mini is literally this big. I painted up little Craig Hart. It's fun, quick little missions. My cards are small cards. You only have 4 of them, but then you can flip them over. They have an A and a B side. If you like Gloomhaven, you'll enjoy this, but it's a full rule set. A lot of Gloomhaven will carry over, but not everything. And I do think that there's some ambiguity there, but it is fun. It is hard. I love that there's 20 missions in there or something like that. I'm still keeping it because I want to play through the whole thing. After that, I might want to try a different character. I think it's cool. I enjoyed it. Great for solo players. I mean, you can bring that to anywhere that you need because it's literally going to take up maybe, you know, a foot on your table. That's at most. So huge, awesome, loved it. The game that I have to talk about is the Dresden Files, because the night that I played Dresden Files and recorded that, the next morning Logan was born. So it feels pretty cool. Dresden Files, that's back from 2017. If you enjoy puzzle-style games, and you really, if you like the Dresden Files books, check it out. Otherwise, I don't really recommend it. You can get it on Steam, but you basically have a set of cards in your hand, and you generally aren't going to draw, and you have to work. In a solo game, you have 3 hands out, and you have to try and complete whatever the objectives are. Well, always the objective is to defeat more foes or have more cases solved than there are foes remaining. And so each of the different books, they do a really good job of thematically tying them in, which is really cool. So I read a bunch of the Dresden File books. It's really fun to then play the snare, especially if you read the books recently. So I'm not getting rid of it because I love the Dresden File books and I enjoy playing through them. So, and now it's fun to think of the fact that I played that literally on the night before Logan was born, which is cool. Okay, sorry, we can go back to the comments. Let's see. When I played Freedom 5, the first bystander arrested was Dale. That's awesome.
He's a character.
That is so cool. Do you still have Kinfire Chronicles?
No.
No, you don't. I still do.
You have yours. That's why I don't have mine.
Yep. Thanks for saving me. Yes. Red Dragon is awesome. Yes, Beerman, thank you. Dreamscape is a Cthulhu-verse. Hey, we backed to that one. Didn't you back
Yeah,
Dreamscape?
we did. I backed that one.
Yeah. When is that going to come up? Sometime? Maybe in 2028? Oh, man, I need to reread the Dresden File. I'm about 6 books behind. Yes, Morganite.
I haven't read any of them.
It's fun. Dude, you don't read anything.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know why?
Because we read rule books.
Because I play games like Madara, I have a 98-page rule book.
Oh my
actually,
god.
70.
Are you going to talk about Madara now? I'm going to go.
No, yeah, you go sleep over there. So I got back into Madara, super excited for it. But whenever I come to a point that I'm playing and I finish a game or I get done doing something for the channel and I don't have anything planned next, that's when that's when Madara hits the table. So it was like, this was a moment in my play.
It's a last resort game.
Nope.
Basically, he only plays it when he has to, because he has nothing else that he wants to do.
Let's talk about every other game that I did. They're all new, except for Kingdom of Death.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, so this is like one of those ones. There's a lot of campaign games I want to come back to, and I know this is one you're not coming to, so I have no problem keep on continuing and playing through this one. So Madara, I have backed all the acts coming. I've got all the other stuff coming. I will never get rid of this. I've integrated all my stuff. We're good to go. I got pizza.
You just got deep dish pan pizza. Highly recommend. That sounds real good right now, Matthew. Why are you talking about food?
Have we mentioned Myth yet on the stream? 100 times. Speaking of long rule books, Elder Scrolls is one, I think, 99 pages. Can't wait to read it. I've got it coming. I'm terrified of reading it.
I'm so glad you're getting that one.
What's the next big sci-fi game coming to crowdfunding, which will likely be good solo-only Terminus Frontier and Rogue Angels?
Rogue Angels. Well, that's already out.
It's already out, kind of. I mean, I don't know.
It's already.
I wonder if you can still lay back.
Can you lay back it?
I don't know. Let's go check it out. There's another one that's coming. I forget what it's called though. Oh, what's this? The Dragon Hat was a Myth reference.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Zach.
Yes, it was. Okay, we got September still.
Can I go?
Yep.
Okay.
No, we're in October.
Yeah, we're in October.
You did Lord of the Rings next.
Okay, Lord of the Rings Duel of Middle-earth. If you enjoy 1v1 very quick games, this is a 30-minute game, I highly recommend getting Lord of the Rings Duel of Middle-earth. It's so good. You still haven't played it with me yet, right?
No.
No, okay, I've played it with Brent. I played it with Brent a few times. It is so quick, so fun. Yeah, the only thing that's missing is that both players, both the Shadow and the Free People, win the same way. I wish you could have different win objectives for them, but I understand why, because it's hard with the cards. But it's Seven Wonders Duel in the Lord of the Rings universe. Never going to get rid of it. Plays great. There's a solo variant. I did a playthrough of that too, if you want to see that. That's good, but really it shines at a 2-player game. So that one's wonderful. Then I played SETI, Search for the Extraterrestrial Intelligence. What is that?
Where are you? Are you in Venice or something?
Yeah, actually, I went to Italy. This is my trip to Italy. Okay. Yeah. So we were with our band. So we performed in Italy, which was amazing. Awesome. Wow. Yes. Okay. That is a really old picture. No, we haven't gotten to Tidal Blades yet, Bierman, because I didn't get that until November. No. So we'll get to there in November.
Tried Orzhov.
Orzhov. Never heard of it.
Probably November. Else.
Yep. SETI.
Heard of Orzhov.
Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. In case you can't tell, I really enjoy space games.
I was going to say, I almost want to borrow this from you.
No, you can't.
I know.
I sold it. It's gone. The reason I sold it, it was a 4-hour game.
Yep, that's my comment.
4 freaking hour game. And the juice ain't worth the squeeze, meaning that it's fun. I enjoyed it about the first hour and a half. And the remainder of that, it was like, really, it's still going. Colin, you're going to have to find some embarrassing photos of Barrett as payback for this stream. Oh, Mike, I already have Robin on speed dial. I'm going to be talking to Robin. We're going to have some fun.
There's just a small problem. There's a little bit difference. Back when my embarrassing photos came out, they actually were on these things called pictures.
Yeah,
which we don't have a lot of anymore.
Yeah,
these are all digital.
The balding started at a young age. You look like an old soul. Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you.
Yes, I look like an old soul. Heck yeah.
You want to open a can of worms? Here's a can of worms.
Is Zaya any good? Does a bear poop in the woods? Zaya's amazing.
It's one of his favorite of all time.
Oh my gosh. And people are like, oh, Zaya's not a solo game. Are you kidding? Zaya has an amazing solo campaign that really makes the game. Actually, if you don't play the solo campaign and you're just playing the game solo, I wouldn't recommend it because it's going to feel very samey every time you play it. The solo campaign is what makes it fantastic because it pushes you to do different objectives each time you play it. And every time you set up your board, initially you go, okay, which of these goals do I want to go for? And then you try and get that goal, and then when you get that goal, you get a benefit that you can bring along with you for that rest of the campaign. It is amazing.
All right, SETI.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Search for Extraterrestrial. Yeah.
I knew I was going to open a can of worms.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
SETI is great. I love those. It's realistic space, right?
Okay.
You've got the solar system. It's moving around. You're trying to search for signals, but you can find 2 alien species, and then with those alien species, you score points. It is a Euro, solo, or competitive. I got rid of it. It's cool, but I just don't have time in my life for a 4-hour game like that. So, yeah. All right, I've got 2 more. How about you?
Are we in when?
October.
Oh, okay. Finish your 2 and I'll do mine.
Okay. Dead Cells. You played that with me.
I did. I like that game a lot.
Dead Cells is great.
I like that game so much. I was thinking about picking up my own copy.
Yeah, and that tells you something. I really, really enjoy that one. Mm-hmm. The fun part about that one, it's another roguelike game. Yeah. You're going to go in and you're going to die, right? At some point you're going to die, or you beat a boss. But then you get to upgrade things so that the next time you start your run, you have more upgrades. Yeah. You have more cards in your deck. Combat is a little wonky where you It was
fast enough. It was easy enough.
Exactly. But it's a little weird, especially when you compare it to, let's say, Slay the Spire, which is the other roguelike game, where combat is such a focus. Here, as much as combat is the focus, it's you play 1 card, and then you do 4 rounds with that 1 card. Yep. Boom, it's done. So still, I don't know anything from Adam from Dead Cells, and I really enjoy the game, so you don't need to know Dead Cells. If you like the idea of going out and then you'll die, and then you get some upgrades to then take to the next one, and you die, and you keep getting more upgrades and more cool things as you go. I mean, I just want to keep playing to find more unlocks.
That's what I was really excited about. Who cares? I started shaving my head at 30.
Nice, Yogi Bear. Okay, because I totally didn't take my fantasy football winnings
and buy myself Citadel Blades 2 before Christmas. Nope,
wouldn't do it.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Isn't the solo for Zaya hard to find? It might have been, but now they're shipping out all of those. Yeah. What was the climate game we played?
Yep.
Oh, Daybreak.
Yep. Matt Owens, it was Daybreak.
That is a great one. I'm betting it was Daybreak. Yep. It's midnight here. I'm going to say goodbye. Enjoyed the chat and talk with everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining, IG Jester. We're going to have to check out your channel.
Go check out IG Jester's channel. It'd be amazing.
That's awesome. Yes, thanks. Is role player adventure or Zaya better for solo? Ooh. Depends on what you. I mean, Zaya is.
Do you want Zaya's more? Do you want reading,
or do you want
to read and roll dice?
Are aliens trying to invade Earth and SETI? No, but they should.
It's yours, past my bedtime too late.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Dale,
I'm
take
sorry. I
care.
know it's late. Dead Cells is amazing. I really liked the gameplay of our. Yes, we haven't gotten to Tales of the 30 Nights.
30 Nights.
be
And
honest-
I'm actually going to be talking about was it Lands of Evershade here in a second.
I'd end up with a giant harem. Love the video game. The price on Dead Cells felt maybe was a bit. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember how expensive the Kickstarter was.
Well, I was looking at the secondhand market and I wasn't going to be able to pay. I wasn't going to spend the money on it.
Okay. So yeah.
that's
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Course Space 3D Fantasy looked awesome on your Patreon.
Oh yes. That is Maladum. And we'll talk about that in December.
It's coming.
Okay. I have one more for October.
One more for October.
Do you want me to do that
Yep,
quick?
keep the heroes out.
Keep the Heroes Out boss battle. My kids love this game. You get to be the bad guys taking out the heroes.
Hero boss.
And you're these awesome meeples. And you know what? I actually have a stuffy of the slime, and my son sleeps with that every night.
That's
He
awesome.
sleeps with the slime. My 4-year-old sleeps with the slime.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
yes, love Keep the Heroes Out. Puzzly, it's a very puzzly game. You don't go in that thing, you're just gonna bang out the heroes. Bust out the heroes, defeat the heroes, whatever. Pretend I didn't say that. Cut it out. But it is so dang good. Steve loves it too. It is just so much fun, especially with my kids. They love being the bad guys taking out the heroes. That's what you're doing. You're playing cards to do it. The only weird thing I think about the game is that you can always throw heroes into jail to draw 3 cards, and it almost feels like you always want to do that every turn, and then all of a sudden people have 8 cards in hand, and so your turns can be long if you're playing with more than two or 3. But still good. I'm not getting rid of that one. The boss battler makes that even better because you're fighting different bosses, and those bosses turn into monsters that you can use. So really cool. All right,
Dead
that's my
Cells, $90 on miniature market for the core game.
Okay.
There's a new Tales of Arabian Nights game on GameFound. There's a new Tales of Arabian Nights on GameFound.
Oh yes, Tales of Arabian Nights. That's
You
different
keep
than Tales of the
Heroes Out
Arthurian
into
Nights.
my Christmas holidays already packed.
Oh
Nice.
yes.
Good work.
Hell,
All right.
that's awesome.
So I've had a lot of people asking me about Lands of Evershade
Yes,
right now.
that's
And I
October.
have a lot of people asking me all the time. So what I played was for Mission 1 and Mission 2. What I can tell you about Lands of Evershade, if you like Tainted Grail, if you like Kings of Ruin, you will like Lands of Evershade. If you did not like those games, you will not like Lands of Evershade. There's a lot of similarities in this game. The difference between these games is I feel that Lands of Evershade is really focused on the individuals in that group, as opposed to Tainted Grail, which seemed to be more interested in the areas you're going with the characters you have. Sure, they interact with the places you go, but I really feel that Lands of Evershade really focuses more on the characters as opposed to the places you're going. And when you go to those places, though, depending on who you have, are going to have things happen. But but I think the characters themselves interact more with what's on the with the story than in Tainted Grail, Kings of War, where the story interacts with them. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes total sense. Every time you told it to me, it made total sense.
So if that's something you're into, fantastic. Now somebody asked me Lands of Evershade or something else. I forget. So
hard to tell right now because Lands of Evershade, you've only played Chapter 1, right?
yeah, but I've only played the first couple chapters of Kings of Ruin. I've only played the first couple chapters of
What's your
Tainted
problem?
Grail as well.
Why is that?
And so what I see is if you still have those 2 games and you haven't played through them yet, do you need Lands of Evershade yet? Unless you want more of a solo experience of like really feeling
Getting to know your character.
right. You have that RPG feel, and they really encourage it in that game too,
Which is cool.
which was really neat. Like tell
Tainted
your
Grail-
friends who your character is and what they're feeling right now, and then here's your little backstory about your character. You read the backstory. Don't tell anybody.
Dude,
Now
it's getting
tell
people
them
into
why-
RPGs.
Yeah, tell them what you're here for. You can tell them the truth, or you could lie and say something completely different. And then as you go through it, then of course your past is going to unfold around you in this game. So it has this individual take on things, which is kind of neat. Like like you said, Lands of Evershade looked like a true RPG type board game in a board game.
Yeah.
And I really think it captures that in it. So if that's what you're interested in, that's what you're interested in. I've only done the preview. Right now the preview copy is with Derek. Derek has the preview copy. He wanted to borrow it and play it on the channel. So that'll be coming to Kanji Studios soon. So if you want to hear what he has to say about it and stuff, please check out his channel. But that's Lands of Evershade. I don't know if anybody had any questions in there about it. Evershade looks good, but could be my favorite Awakened Realms game. Looks like it's going to have that perfect balance of narrative and gameplay. I backed it on day 1. Super excited.
Nice.
What's this say?
How does it compare to Skyrim? You've played both.
I've played a little bit of Skyrim. Lands of Evershade is way more focused on characters than Skyrim ever will.
Skyrim
really just seemed like a here you can choose your character, but I don't know how much that's going to influence anything that's going on in the story. Where your character is going to influence the story in Lands of Earthshade. Kings of Ruins were offered to retire to my own farmhold, which is specific to my character, and was a 2-hour side quest.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I don't want to. I'm not sure if I was explaining it well enough. Where I feel Lands of Earthshade, everything revolves around those characters. Where in Kings of Ruin and Tainted Grail, things will happen to your characters because you've chosen certain characters, but it's not the focus of the game. Is the fact that you chose that character. Does that mean? I mean, that's what more should say. Where the land wanted me to become their king. Oh, that's sweet. No, that's too bad.
Combat is different.
Yeah. Doesn't have the card play mechanic. That's true. And I actually like the card play mechanic. This almost felt like, and they want to make it fast so you can get back to the story, but it almost felt like, well, you got to have you do something other than reading. I got to figure out what. Well, let's put you on a board that seemed to have the weirdest line of sight thing I've ever seen in my life. You can see anywhere on the board.
So why do you have it on the board?
But if you're behind or in front of something, then they roll one less die or something. I was like, what? So it seemed really weird. It kind of reminded me almost of Folklore when it came to the combat.
Oh my
system.
gosh, Folklore's combat.
It was atrocious.
I hated Folklore's combat.
But at least the dice are. One of the problems with that game was the dice were a terrible idea. The 100D100 system.
Oh.
So this system at least isn't that. And what you bring into the combat, because it's all rolling successes.
You know what my number one comment was when I did whatever? I did my percentile dice wrong. Like,
oh yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, you did the dice wrong.
I even noticed that when you did it.
Yeah. Whatever.
No questions. I'm very excited for Evershade. Are you guys looking forward to Kingdom Forlorn? That's also in the Into the Unknown Studios next game that's coming before Enormity ships. So like they have Aeon Trespass Odyssey, Kingdoms Forlorn, and then Enormity.
Oh, okay.
I have fully backed Kingdom Forlorn. I don't know anything about it anymore. It's been so long. What's your favorite cool what?
CYO, cover your
own ass mechanic? Is that what that is?
Cover your ass mechanic? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, time for bed. I get it.
Steve. Good to
Thank
join
you so much. How do you do range for line of sight like this? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly. So I'm called the #1 Barrett shirt.
I got it. I said to the operator.
That's hilarious. Choose your own adventure.
Oh, choose your own adventure.
Oh,
why do we have such a hard time? We should know that. Choose your own adventure.
I'll agree that Folklore's dice window is way too bad. D100 is crazy for us. Should have stuck with 20. Yes. Choose your own adventure. Okay, thank you. What's your favorite choose your own adventure? That'd be Dragonhold.
No. Board game.
I liked, was it that one with the dice that you were just talking about earlier? Instead of Zaya, which one you'd pick, Zaya or the one you gave me? The big
Wandering Galaxy.
No.
Wait, what? Why am I not knowing what the heck you're talking about?
The one that was role player adventure. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, role player adventure. I love role player adventure.
Good choosing.
I'm actually really loving Tales of Arthurian Nights, which we'll get to.
Okay, that's
are we good for November?
So long on Land in November.
No, that was
I knew a lot
fun.
of people want to know a little bit about that one.
Ready for November?
Yes.
Do you get to talk about the live ones?
Okay.
All right.
How many do I have?
I don't know. I got 2 live ones, XCOM and Alien.
Oh, except for Normandy. All right.
Yeah, and Enormity, right? Those are your 3?
Yep.
Tidal Blades 2. If you haven't checked Tidal Blades 2 out and you enjoy adventure-style games that use a map as a book, and you're going through a specific campaign, leveling up your character with really sweet combat mechanics, this Nexus board that you're activating and playing cards on, and then triggering all the symbols on the cards in that specific row or column, such a cool idea, so unique, so much fun. Kids can do it, adults can play it. The story is fun. The story I haven't really cared too much about, meaning that I don't feel like the story has gotten me really involved, but the mechanics are so good, and the level up system is so good, and just the amount of fun the game is to play with the dice and all the different choices that you can make. It is going to be one of my favorite games for 2024 for sure. Tidal Blades 2. We're on chapter 11, I think, 11 or 12 with the kids. Yeah, absolutely love it. High recommend from me. Check it out. You don't need the miniatures, but I would recommend getting them because I think it looks so much better on the board than the standees. But love Tidal Blades 2. Huge recommend. Won't get rid of that one for sure.
Freedom 5.
Freedom 5. Sold it. Gone. It was fun. It wasn't great. It reminded me of Defenders of the Realm a lot because that's kind of what it is. and Sentinels of the Multiverse put together. Well, I enjoy Sentinels of the Multiverse just as a card game. Great. Freedom 5, you've got a board, you're moving around it, you're trying to, there's, you know, masterminds, there's, you know, what do they call them, thugs or whatever, all around the board, and you have to clear them off. And yeah, it's fine. It wasn't my deal. I enjoyed it, but it's not one that stayed. It's already gone. Sold it. Enjoyed it for what it is. But I think I backed it in 2018 actually on accident, because we played it with Steve, and we're like, no, this isn't for us. And I was like, okay, I got to remember to cancel it. Why I didn't cancel it? So I ordered it. And so when it came, I was like, yeah, I'll play it. But then I ended up getting rid of it. So
which is funny, because then you just Sentinel the Multiverse.
Then it's Sentinels, and I still have Sentinels, and I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it because it's a fun. It's like Marvel Champions, except for the advantage I have to build my deck.
Yeah.
And they've got really cool mechanics. Very simple. Hey, draw a card, play one card, activate a power. But all of a sudden you get really cool combos with your powers and everything. In the definitive edition, they fixed a lot of the things that the original game had problems with. Really enjoy it. That's a good one.
Heard New Massive Darkness coming out. That's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out.
There's a Massive Darkness 3. I know. I'm excited. Still haven't even played my 2
Still looking
version.
forward to Title Blades 2. Wait for the language version.
Oh, yes, Ellie. I hope you get that soon.
Hope you get that soon.
Good. Oh, Acadia Tenebrae. I've never even heard of that one. That's cool.
I was looking at Title Blades 2 on All Play's site literally today. I didn't dive in because I have Elder Scrolls and Dragon Eclipse.
Ooh, Dragon Eclipse is coming. I'm excited for that.
But a game I'm really keeping an eye on.
No, you know what? Don't even sell Elder Scrolls. Just get Title Blades 2. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's hilarious.
Elder Scrolls is totally different.
Did you have a favorite? I've got a plan moment of this year.
Oh, there's so many. Every Primal playthrough. Every single Primal playthrough that I played with Baird. I've got a plan.
I got a plan.
I'm going to do this really cool, awesome, boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden, like, well, but he just killed you.
Yeah.
But I did this cool thing.
Title Blades 2 came in under 1 week. Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Yogi, although super weird.
Yep, this game.
35 kind of looked like Marvel Dagger, but without the convenience of the Marvel IP. Yes, I agree. Although the painted miniatures look really nice.
Yes, they did.
Looks excellent. I haven't played it. I haven't even heard of this. It's a new but a very obscure. It's probably going to be a Arcadia Tenebrae.
Yep, write that down too.
Okay. Why don't you talk about your next one?
I'm glad you liked SOTM. One of my favorites just didn't hit the table as often because of the other. I need to three-hand it.
Yes, that is yes, and you do have to three-hand it.
Waiting for Colin to start Cool Mini or not, or Cthulhu Different Day season 3 and 4. Those were pretty funny. Yes, they were.
I actually have to have them show up.
Yeah. All right. What am I got over here? I've got
3 and 4 still haven't shown up.
No.
I'm apparently the East Coast in Minnesota.
Yeah.
We're part of the East Coast group. 27% of us have gotten it. I probably won't get it till in the middle of January.
We played XCOM.
Yes, we played XCOM.
For those of you who haven't played XCOM, XCOM is based on a video game that was made for the old PC.
I now have everything painted, man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I painted all of the ships and everything. Yep.
It's a what do you call it? A crisis management real time game, which is fantastic. I mean, I really don't have much to say about it. It's been around for a while. If you haven't played
2015.
Please go check it out. We've done multiple. No, we only did one playthrough.
Yeah, we only done one playthrough.
And that was on the channel. Yeah.
It uses an app.
Does use an app.
It's really good with 4 people because each person has their own specific thing they deal with. With 2, it's still good, but it's a lot to manage, especially when you're recording.
Yes.
But it's really fun. It has such a fun push your luck mechanic.
Yes.
Roll your dice. Only 2 sides are successes. You're like, well, I could roll it again, but all of a sudden, if you have the alien die, you die. It's awesome.
Everything. And the best part is everything dies. To be honest, the original video game is still good. Yes. The original video game, the old PC stuff is fantastic. And you can name your guys. I used to name them all after the alien stuff.
Duh.
It was so good.
Yes.
Don't have to feel about the die either.
Oh, Dale, you're still waiting. Dale, are you still here? You told me it was late. I thought you were going to bed. Instead of Freedom 5, I prefer Cthulhu. Yes. I totally agree, Pablo. We're in the 90s,
from the video game.
So it sounds like it's hard as a video game because everyone always dies in them. Yes, that is true. They did a good job with that.
100%.
Okay, I'm going to talk quick about Unsettled.
Unsettled.
Is that you?
That's me.
Look at you. Actually, that looks the most like you of all the pictures.
It's the most recent photograph.
Okay, is that what it is?
This is when I had just married Robin.
I can see what Robin liked about you.
Yep,
you
I'm
look
amazing,
very
aren't I?
knowledgeable.
We had our first kid.
Oh, that's Ridley?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Since I'm holding them while I'm playing my video games. I got my little
You of course would be. You're of course holding your. You know what? Now I'm gonna try and hold Logan and play a board game. I haven't done that yet. I gotta do that.
The thing is, I can actually hold the controller like this. You just sit in my hands. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Who's that hottie? That's right.
Woot woot. Okay.
Okay.
So definitely Unsettled.
Unsettled.
I just can't get enough of this game.
This one's fantastic.
Exploring different planets. They just came out with 2 new planets, planets 10 and 11. Somebody get those for Zach.
Yeah.
They are fantastic. Each one is unique, has 3 different missions that you can play. There are 3 different puzzles. It is a puzzle style game. Think of Robinson Crusoe. You need to survive, figure out how to survive. But I love it. It just, the humor in the game is amazing.
Yep.
The game mechanics are amazing. I can't get enough of that game. That game is one of my favorites of all time. I have everything and I never plan on getting rid of that one. So that's Unsettled. Oh, yeah, and thank you, Ellie. Next one, who makes the best board game table? No idea.
Also, who makes the best dice trays? Oh, that would be Kim.
Kim Kinsley. You've got to check those out. She makes awesome ones. No idea on board games.
I'm sorry, I haven't.
The board game table that I have,
this one
they're
a long time
out of there. They no longer make them. They no longer make them.
This one is board game table company. I think his name was.
Mine was Ultimate Board Gaming. That's mine. Next is Frostpunk. We both played that one.
Yes, we did. Yes, more Unsettled. Joseph says. Joseph, good to see you.
Wait, what?
More Unsettled.
Yes, more Unsettled. Yes, Joseph, more Unsettled. Frostpunk. Frostpunk was really good.
Too soon, Simbo.
I don't know what Zimbo said.
Oh, who makes the best board game table? Kim.
Oh, because of Kim.
Kim will make
Heck yeah. Allegedly, Kim makes tables too.
Yep.
Allegedly. Yep. I think Steve's still waiting for that. What did you think of Frostpunk?
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
I want to play it more.
Yeah.
All the time.
He actually has my copy. Guess what? He stole another one of my games.
I yanked it right out of his hand and put it on my shelf.
But it is phenomenal. If you want, you have to have 2 hours of time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So it's a game. You gotta make sure you do the time.
Blast though. It's a blast.
I'd recommend setting it up the night before, and then when you get the chance to play it in the afternoon or evening, there you go.
Exactly. Never getting rid of that one.
No, that was good.
Tales of Arthurian Knights. We've had a couple people ask about that one. This is really good.
All right.
You have to enjoy reading.
Oh, I love reading.
Narrative. No, you don't.
I'm kidding.
You stink at it. You actually don't stink at it, but you know what I mean. But the writing is so good. It is so good. And if you enjoy the Arthurian world, oh my gosh, just the encounters. I encountered 2 different giants. I encountered Queen Morgana. Morgana. I dealt with her. So they did a really good job.
You're more about this than you do.
Yes, you do. Duh. Yeah, but it's really good. If you enjoy Tales of Arabian Nights, you'll enjoy this one. I do think they fixed a lot of the things in Tales of Arabian Nights, made things a lot easier. You get lots of statuses in the game, and how those work is really cool. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of it. I don't know how often I'm going to play it, but when I do, I'll always have a great time.
Where are those dice trays available? I think, does she have her own website, her own store?
You have to ask Steve. Steve, does Kim have her own store? I don't know.
You're about to hear from the Co-op Guild, and he will tell you.
He'll tell you.
Because he knows it's his wife.
Somebody went up. There's something about Earth. Okay. What is it? I live close to Seamon, so we get our stuff normally early. Earthborn Rangers just announced that Asia will get their pledge up to 8 months after the U.S. Oh!
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Is Stalker good? I did a late pledge. Mike really likes Stalker. I'm not a stealth guy, so it really didn't hit home for me.
And I didn't get to try it, so it's with Steam.
And you didn't seem like you were in the dragon.
Stalker is going to be one of the usual AR underdog bangers that not that many people backed compared to most of their stuff.
Yep, this is very true.
I'm waiting for Tales. Oh, you're still waiting for it? Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a pre-order and mine came pretty quick. So sometimes they get it right and sometimes not. Stalker, they nailed it.
Yeah, I will say they really what they were trying to do with it is fantastic. It's just not
your game, which is totally fine. Just like Marvel United is in your jam.
Right.
I have one more for November.
Go ahead.
Is that okay? Yep. Okay. Aeon's End, The Descent.
The Descent.
I just love Aeon's End. Aeon's End, Astronauts. Aeon's End is the more complex version. Monica and I love it. Great 2-player. Aeon's End deck builder. You don't shuffle your deck. You just flip it over. So it's even strategic on how you discard your cards. Who doesn't love that? You're opening breaches to cast spells and take on, it's boss battling. You're fighting bosses, trying to defeat them. The stories, I'm to the point where I don't even read the stories anymore. There's just too much. I don't know who the characters are, but the actual gameplay is fantastic. And now they add a friends and foe mechanic where you have somebody that can help you and a foe that it can also hinder you. Really cool. I love Aeon's End. I think I have everything in a lot of different boxes, but really enjoy that one. And that was the end of November.
All right, I got Aliens. This time it's war.
Yes.
We played that at the end of an Extra Life.
So
Fantastic,
fun.
super fun. We only play the reactor room, and that's all you need to play. When you're doing this, when you're streaming it like that for the charity event. But last time I think was one of the best. We got rocked.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
so fun.
We didn't just
So
get
good.
rocked.
Here's
$100 for 25
I had to put,
more.
like aliens that weren't even the aliens. I had to put I actually started putting cardboard
put
pieces
train pieces
I had
out.
to put train pieces out. It was just absolutely amazing. I had like flame barriers out there because we didn't have enough aliens because everybody put more aliens out for us. I've had it since 1989, I think.
I was
87 when it came out.
I was -1.
And I will never get rid of it. I'll have it forever. Great game. You can still find them on eBay, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny, way above what it used to cost.
And the gameplay is rolling D10.
It's super simple. There's nothing.
It's all about if you like the IP. That's what I would go for.
It's really true.
Yeah.
This is also when I did my Normandy preview, and I had a lot of people talking about this. We've covered this quite a bit so far already, but just to state what I think of it, and since this is the game right now, I think there's a good game there. I'm actually excited for it. I hope people don't think this is just going to be another Aeon Trespass Odyssey game, because it's not going to be. It's going to be a dungeon crawler. Some of the things I thought were really cool was the fact that some of the things that need to be improved on is the blip system was fine. I didn't have any problem with it. It actually moved a lot better than I thought it was going to. I was a little worried when I saw blips.
I know you don't love blips.
Blips sometimes don't work in games. Blips work just fine in this game. I liked the basically the tension this game brought to you, because you weren't sure like what some of those blips were going to be. You didn't know how much time you had to get stuff out, and as the time crunch gets closer and closer to the end, more of these things start coming out and more of these things start coming at you, so it's like really tenses up ratchets up the difficulty and stuff. I did not like the linear system of the guns. Some of the guns had a linear tag to them, meaning you can only fire them straight. Show me a gun. I can only shoot this gun straight. Can't shoot it over here. Only straight. Bang. Bang.
Oh my god.
Bang. I was like, okay, nope, that's got to go. But I mean, there's a reason for it, I'm sure. Balance-wise, of some kind, I'm sure. There were some cards.
Guns can only shoot straight, man.
Right. Zach actually brought this up. I didn't even think about it. He goes, "What's with the red scanner? Do you really need that?" And I thought about it. You do not need a red scanner at all. There's no reason to have that red scanner.
Yeah, but it's a cool gimmick.
It's a cool gimmick.
People enjoy the cool gimmick.
I didn't. I was like, I'd rather flip the cards and count the blips on the
I agree,
thing,
but
right?
you're recording it. People that aren't recording it will be like, "Oh, this is so cool." I'm just saying.
Right, and then the when you die thing, you slip in there as well. And I can see where they're going this with Nemesis. That worked fantastic because you had to use those cards.
Yeah, because there were rune cards in your hand.
But in the Normandy, you didn't use those cards. They were just, you flipped them over and saw what it did for the tracking system of the blips. At least in the first 2 missions I did. Later down the line, that might have a completely different thing you're doing with these cards. I don't know. I haven't gotten
so
that
maybe
far.
that's
So
why
that
they're
could be
doing
the
it.
reason it's there.
Yeah.
The boss battle was super fun. Very Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So like I said, you're going to still see a lot of Aeon Trespass Odyssey in this. Like the boss battles pretty much nailed it when it came to Aeon Trespass Odyssey, and it even took out some of the stuff that the redundant stuff. You know, in Kingdom Death, you rolled a hit, then rolled a wound, and things like that. They took out one of those systems.
Oh,
like you get wounded, boom, you got to try to not get it.
Thank
Or something, right?
goodness.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
They got rid of some of that. Then they had the same system where shuffling in cards that make it more difficult as you're going. The characters were all unique in their own way. I like the fact as you build them up, they actually get tokens. Then you can put in the token pool. Very similar again to Aeon Trespass Odyssey. Like I said, a couple of things I didn't, and I did like the fact that even if you're not playing one of the missions, where this one was like you explored. You had to figure out something and do something in the first mission, right? Then you fought this moth creature. Then after that, they kind of put you into what's called like a generic exploration, and then you're still looking for these points that you can flip over, but instead of being numbers that you're reading from a book, they're colors, and the colors depict how much you're learning about the ship, the enemies you're fighting, or the what could happen to your characters and things like this. And then it might have 2 or 3 different ways to get out. Like I had an orange key card, which might have opened a door that was up in the north, and I could go to the northern part of the ship. then and explore it. But if I didn't have the key card, I might not get in there, and I need to find the key card that might be down south. So I have to go to the southern part of the ship fighting completely different enemies. But as you explore these different tokens, you're going to learn more about the enemies and maybe get an upper hand on them at certain points. Of course, you're also building up your gear, and your characters are also improving. And there's a skill trees that you're going to go down depending on what characters you do, the security officer or the scientist. They're going to have different skill paths and things like this. So there's a lot in the game. There's a lot to offer. Again, it's super hard sometimes to know what's going to come out of a 100-hour campaign game in 1-2 missions.
Yes.
This is what I'm seeing from Enormity.
100 hours?
I've just made up a number.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. No, that made up a number.
Oh.
It's more than 2 missions.
Okay.
Let's just put that way.
It's more than 2.
Right?
Well, you really only did 1 mission and a boss battle. So you only did 1 mission.
That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm still excited for this game. I have a lot of hope for this game. But like I said, don't go. The exploration part of Alien Trespass Odyssey has turned into a dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
In Enormity. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Like I said, love you, Baron. Just joking around. I am stuttering. I am messing around. Fantastic. Earthborn Reign produced in Europe.
Yeah, I'm talking about Earthborn.
Yep. I think it's pretty darn faithful to the IP too. This Earthborn. Oh, Stalker.
Yeah, Stalker.
Earthborn Reign is produced in multiple countries.
And that's a nightmare. And,
yeah.
God Heist looks like it's very cool. Yes, we haven't played that one. Aeon's End is the best. Yes. I was maybe a single cell. Okay.
Dead Cells, maybe?
Oh, I was 3 when that game came out.
Oh, my Aliens game.
Yes.
I like Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core. I have all of that still. Just a heads up.
Trojan, thanks for joining.
Good to see you, Trojan.
I like how younger Barrett is eyeballing older Barrett telling the story. That's looking
looking over here at myself.
That is hilarious. Only shoot guns straight sounds very dumb. I hope they fix it. Yes. Yeah. Normally felt a bit fiddly and things were so easy to miss. Also, too dark. It was very dark.
Yeah.
I did feel like it was very dark.
That's true.
What would you give Nemesis Retaliation prototype? I thought that one was good.
I thought it was really good. 9, 8, something like that. Yeah, I'm good for that game.
I have no space at home for new games. Maybe need to wait the yeah, Ralph, we understand that.
It normally looks good. And sandboxing.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a lot of
God
sandboxing.
Heist was great. Yep, we haven't played that one. So I'm hoping that we can maybe try that one. Okay.
Go. Going to December. Here we go.
Last month. I only have 3 if you talk about the live one.
Sure.
Is that okay?
What's mine?
Wandering Galaxy.
Sure.
And then do you have anything else for December? No.
Well, I did Warcrow. I said videos not out. Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, all right. Let me talk about Zombie Side, Undead or Alive, one of the best zombie sides there is, because you've got, oh my gosh, what is this? What? That's my wife, by the way. That's Monica. That's got to be high school, maybe. So Monica and I, we met when we were in high school, and yeah, we were high school sweethearts. So, which is awesome. 1 more month, and I'm off to bed. Okay, Dale, let's do it. Aeon's End is awesome. All no exceptions. Astronaut is met. Oh, you didn't like Astronauts?
There you go.
I liked it with my kids because it's easier for them. All right, Zombie Side, Undead or Alive. One of the best, if not the best, zombie sides, in my opinion. That's because each of the survivors go into a specific type of, is it a townsfolk? Is it a brawler? Is it whatever? So they always have a unique ability there. Plus, then they have their regular special abilities that you get as you defeat zombies. And I love the Western theme. It's a lot of fun. I know you don't love the Western theme, but really enjoyable. I found a fully painted copy too, so that also helps when it's fully painted. You got tons of awesome zombies coming, and there's a campaign for it, a 10-mission campaign. I've done one. I've done the first mission twice, actually, once on one stop and one on here. So I'm excited to do mission 2 now and see what else is there. But if you're looking at Zombie Side, take a look at that one first. It's one of the lesser known ones, but I think it's a really good one. Next one, and I'm keeping it. I actually sold it originally.
Yes, you did.
But that's because I had way too much. Now I don't have too much. I have just the retail box, and I have all of the...
that should be something I should ask Steve to do and talk about on a co-op chat sometimes. Just like, sometimes it's too much, so you don't ever get to it kind of thing.
Yes, or you just feel overwhelmed. Okay. Look at that full head of hair. I know, Mike. Oh my goodness. I had so much freaking hair. Okay. Maladum, Dungeons of Inveron. So this one, I'm interested in hearing about.
Warcrawl, I'll talk about
soon. Yes. Undead or Alive and Invader, I like the most. Trojan, yes. Both of those are great. I ended up selling Invader, but it's still really good. I just can't, I don't have enough room.
Yeah.
Maladum. So this is in the core space world, which actually I have core space as well, but I'm sad to say, Maladum, at the end of the day, I sent it to Steve. Steve really likes it. It's not one that he's organizing it, and unfortunately he's trying to fix all the terrain that I screwed up on royally. Oh my gosh, trying to make that was insane. But this game, it is a 3D dungeon. So you've got walls. You can even get expansions that have stairs, and you have a second level. It's basically core space. If you know core space in a fantasy world, you have 2 actions on your turn, and you're going in, grabbing loot, and getting out. There are different types of missions. Your characters can get knocked down, and you might leave them, and you have to go back and save them. It's cool. It's not for me. There's way too many skill icons, way too many, it took me an hour and 10 minutes to set up the blasted board. And I didn't really feel like it mattered that much. So to me, I'm really glad that Steve enjoyed it. I sent it along his way, so you won't see any more on our channel, but check out Co-op Guild. There will be more there. The game is fun. It's just not my type of fun, which is fine. The event system is really what makes that game. The events are so random. I had so many cool events that happened. That part is really awesome. But yeah, all right, that was Maladin. What do you have here? Your wife is wearing a Charlie Brown shirt. You must have fallen in love with Lucy. Yes, yes.
It came full circle. I was wondering if you were going to catch that. It started with the Lucy one.
Monica loved that Charlie Brown shirt. I love it. The game looks incredible. It also looks like way too much work to get it. Mike, you've got it. It took me so long to get that to the table. No. Marvel is greater than Western. Absolutely not, Pumpkinhead. Totally disagree. Marvel, I did not love Marvel.
I like DC Zombies more than Marvel.
Yeah, I did not. I haven't played DC Zombies. But actually, the one that I think is going to take the cake, Army of the Dead. That one I think is going to be the best zombie side. I'm really excited to play more of that one.
We're not planning to do a look ahead to 2025.
No.
Maybe we'll talk about that some other time.
We got
actually,
so much.
Join us on Co-op Cast. We'll probably be talking about
we are going to talk about that in Co-op Cast on Saturday.
Yep.
Y'all should post some playthroughs of miniature agnostic RPGs. Like, I have 5 parsecs from home. I have a playthrough of that on One Stop. Check that out on One Stop.
Well, it's actually funny he should mention that. That's another thing we could put on the channel to see if people are interested. My son is really into Warhammer, so I was wondering if the channel would like to see a couple Warhammer videos.
Yes. Ooh, hopefully you can try Dungeons of Infinity, Ralph. I hope you like it.
Yes.
Once a game gets past 30 minutes of setup, yes, Mike. Well, then how do you play Stalker? Okay, I've got one more, and then you can talk about yours. Galaxy Defenders. Speaking about blips, I forgot you won't like Galaxy Defenders. There's blips, but it's really easy to control.
No, it's not that I don't like blips. I'm just a little bit worried.
Yes, Galaxy Defenders. When is your top? Oh my gosh, Dale.
That would be a long time.
My gosh. That would be a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Galaxy Defenders 20. That's a 2014 game. Absolutely love this game. I've painted up over half of it already. It is space. You've got Alien. It's basically XCOM, the board game, instead of the other one was XCOM kind of real time.
Yeah.
This is a board game. You're taking guns, shooting out aliens. You got missions that you're trying to complete. And they are used the same way if you've played Sword and Sorcery, where you after you activate your Marine or your agent, then you draw a card, a Close Encounters card, and it will activate some of the aliens out, and then each character goes. And it's really cool. And then events happen that can change the board state. It's very tactical. It's probably one of my favorites. I love how it works because aliens move by area, which is a 7-hex area. And then you move by individual hexes. So the aliens are jumping from area to area, and you're having to run and try and, get away from them or attack them and complete objectives, save civilians. That was the last one that I did. I just did mission 2. I loved it. I can't wait to do mission 3. Galaxy Defenders, I'm not getting rid of. Mike from One Stop actually gave it to me too.
Yep.
So love that.
That's pretty cool.
Woo, that was a lot.
You made it. I got 2. So I got Wandering Galaxies. We played this together on the channel just recently. It's in the same vein as Waters and
Forgotten Waters and Freelancers.
It's a book out in front of you. It's got an app that runs it. It's a very funny game because it actually has a lot of huge humor in it. This one's very sandboxy where you can kind of do your
We didn't even do the first mission. Right. We were supposed to go on the crab job and find poop, and instead we did totally different things, and that was completely fine.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed it. You had the 4 different characters doing or 6 different characters, right? Or was it 4?
Yeah, it's 6.
6 characters.
Well, there's only 4 characers. Wait, no, we played with 4 characters.
4 characters.
6 stations. 6 stations.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then the only thing we were talked about, even while playing it, was the fact that some of the stations seemed like you had to do them.
Yes.
And it's kind of too bad that you
wish you had. The fuel is the worst part of that game. Yeah. You always need more fuel, so you're always having to just get more fuel. And you'd love to do more cool things, but you can't do it. You're just getting more fuel. That's all you're doing.
But that's about the only knock on the game. I think it's a fun game. You're probably going to keep it, I'm guessing?
Oh, yeah. I keep all of those ones.
Yeah, I got your other one. Your dungeon one.
The app is fun. The best part about Wandering Galaxies is what you just said. The fact that you can do anything you want. You can go to do any job. You're just trying to get money, and it's a 4-mission campaign. Unlike all the other ones where they're all one-offs. Yeah. This is a 4-mission, which could be a positive or a negative.
So I mean, we barely scratched the surface of the game. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff you could have done, like upgrading your ship, upgrading things. We didn't really do a lot of that because it wasn't part of the missions.
No.
Army of the Dead is the best?
Yes, Army of the Dead, Zombie Side. I've got PJ's painting that for me. I'm so excited.
I didn't get the terrain for Stalker. That's why it takes me 5 minutes. There you go.
No, Bierman.
You got the shipping notice today.
He's on the West Coast. So they're getting it from the West Coast.
That is rough.
You know what? We're the East Coast, so I'll probably get it in the end of January.
That's right. It's the one thing I really dislike about the game. I usually just watch YouTube and get distracted while setting it up, so it takes even longer.
That's what he's talking about for Stalker. Yeah. Remember I said, Mike, how did you play Stalker?
Teach me your ways.
Watching YouTube. I totally understand. You're like, okay, I'm going to set this game up, but I'm also going to learn about another game while I'm setting this one up. And then all of a sudden you're watching the video and you're like, wait, I just spent an hour and I haven't set this game up. Right. Yeah, I've done that.
Rudy has not arrived in Germany yet. Hope you get it.
Oh, man.
I'm doing this. I am doing the setup to
2-player.
Oh yeah.
So one of us is doing the characters and minis, and the other is doing the mission, the decks and the mission. Yeah. Wait, which game is that one?
That's Stalker.
Oh, Stalker. Okay.
You do get missions, and you have like different things. You can visit different parts. You unlock different things. Put stickers on boards to unlock different parts of the thing.
Got it.
That's right.
Ralph,
I'm doing it solo.
I'm seeing freelancers on your shelf. Get that thing off your shelf. It's easy to get. And it's
What's the closest sci-fi alternative to Lands of Evershade?
For an RPG?
Wow.
Type?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
No.
Not with that much narrative. Oh, ISS Vanguard.
Oh, there we go.
But same company.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I would agree with you. I think that is
narrative. So then it comes to Warcrow.
Yeah.
Warcrow Adventures. Warcrow Adventures dungeon crawl set in the lands of, I want to say Warcrow, which is actually a skirmish group.
Yes.
By Corvus Belli, I want to say. I think I pronounced it wrong.
You were close enough.
Super close. I like the characters, lots of characters, and they all have super cool abilities that you can do. And you're and at the beginning you only get weapons and stuff, but as you play through the game, you're actually gonna get abilities, and you get these energy cubes you got to place out on there, and you can do cool things, but you can only do a certain amount of things based on where you can place the energy cubes. So your board is set up like this, and to do the top row, you can do a lot of cool things, but it's gonna take you all 3 energy cubes to do that, and then you can do your action. But if you only want to fill 1 cube slot up and do your action, then the problem is that might be a detriment to you. Like I had a character that if I put the 1 cube on would actually get poisoned.
Oh, geez.
And so I would take a damage at the end of the turn, but it gave me the ability to do multiple actions with that thing, which means you could do an interact, you could attack, you could do an extra move, you could do all these different things. But in order to do an action, you have to place out these cubes. So that was a little weird. I haven't played a game like that, where it's like, I'm going to attack. Now to attack, I got to figure out how I'm going to attack. Like I could give out 2 of my cool tokens, and then move 1, and then make my attack. But I only get to do 1. Or I could maybe upgrade one of my dice, and then take a poison token and do something else to get 2 of them or something, right? 2 actions. So that was kind of cool. The story was from what I played of the story, it seemed it was a very, I shouldn't say cookie cutter, but it's like wasn't groundbreaking. Yeah. There wasn't anything amazing about the story. Yes. It's not a story I haven't heard before, if that makes sense. And I think that's really about it. That's the game. I didn't get too far into it. As for the miniatures, are amazing. They look absolutely gorgeous because the company is they build miniature wargaming. So they have really good things. As for the game itself, out the door. It's gone. I played it, did the playthrough of it. It's editing right now. And before my editing even done, the game's already out the door. The reason why is because it is an app-based game, and Colin can also agree with me with this. App games suck to record. They're so hard to record. Yeah. I was trying to like Photoshop the things into the video so it looks like all this. Nope, this one I just took a phone, stuck it down there, and put the camera right over the top of it. I couldn't get it was taking hours just to put the intro of the game into the editing software and stuff like that. So I was just going to use the phone to like show me what I did so that I could put the overlay of the app. I'm not even going to do that because it's just taking hours to do. So that's one reason. So I'm never going to play it again on the channel. So then it comes down to, is Colin's family going to play this? Is my family going to play this? If not, there's no reason to have this game. Yep. That's where it came down to. It
could be a good game. It's just not going to work for how you're going to play games.
Right.
Yep. Which is totally fine.
And that's where Warcrow sits with me.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. Oh, Dark Matter. There's more dark matter. We love dark matter.
I think I don't know if Yogi Bear went back and was making fun of the fact we couldn't think of that.
No,
or
I think what he's
is it
talking. Well, actually, they're talking about games that are sci-fi games.
Yeah, RPG. Is that Dark Matter as a game?
The LCG.
Well, okay, Arkham Horror. Okay.
I had Vanguard probably, but the game is a lot of dice checks, and if you're playing solo, a bit of work. I bounced the game after 1/3 way playthrough, a bit boring. Oh, that's too bad.
I mean, I can understand his feeling. I remember when we played that, and we did all that ship work, and then we went on our mission, and I remember we immediately had an issue, and it was like, should you keep going? I'm like, no, we're not gonna keep going. And then we had to go back to the ship, and I was like, well. I remember being so pissed. I didn't even forget about that. I'm like, my goodness. Now we have to go back and do all of the administrative work, which I know a lot of people apparently love in ISS Vanguard, doing the ship stuff. But to me, I just want to explore the planets. I mean, that's what Unsettled is, and that's what I wanted to do here too. And anyways.
I went to Board Game Con in Dallas and won a free copy of Deal with the Devil.
Never even heard of it.
I'm wondering if this is real or if he's just making a joke.
I think he might
be
making a joke. I don't know.
Warcraft looked amazing. I liked it. Looked at getting a copy, but I don't yet have enough equity for
a second mortgage.
Yeah, it was quite a nice.
I understand.
I actually found a ship phase more interesting than the planet phase.
And Mike, I
like the ship phase too.
And I
like both. I like both phases.
I also think that's a solo thing. When you're playing solo, you can sit there and enjoy the ship phase.
Yes.
When you're trying to record and play, I do think it makes a big difference with the
Definitely
ship.
Makes a big difference.
But I also think I'm weird, and I just really enjoy the planet phase. I really want to go and explore the planet. Ship phase, I'm like, whatever. You know, my people upgrade, great. I want to go and explore. All right.
So there you have it. That was 2024.
Woo! So now, ship phase was great. See, a lot of people like the ship phase. What was the game you all mentioned where when you die, you come back with a stronger card deck? The stronger card deck. When you die. Oh, Dead Cells.
Yep, Dead Cells.
Dead Cells. Every time you die, you then will unlock more things for the campaign. It might give you, hey, you get to start with more equipment, or you get level 2 abilities, or something like that. Then you go back in. That was Dead Cells.
Oh, Deal with the Devil is a 4-player only game. Maybe that's why I got it for free. No one has heard of it.
Deal with the Devil requires exactly 4 players. I think otherwise it would be quite
okay, so it was a real game.
The exploration felt a bit hindered by the dice checks and was kind of a pain, and it really needed to be all 4 characters to make the most, which I wasn't a fan of. That
happens a lot in those kind of games.
So if you want to know what our favorite 2024 game is and what we're excited about for 2025,
and our hidden gems,
and
what we're excited for, and
all that jazz, we are doing on Saturday morning on Co-op Cast. We will be doing a live stream on there, talking through those. I actually have my list on the backside of this piece of paper. They can't see it.
They can pause the thing and read it out. It does.
No, they can't see it. I can't even read it, man. What does that say? Game of the... What is that? No, we're not going to be able to read it. So I have this piece of paper to remind myself what I said on the other one.
Wow. Made it through. Thanks for the year recap. Look more looking into Agmonia and title plates too. There you go.
Dale, you will love both of those. They're both for you.
Catch you later.
Yes.
Co-op Guild.
Co-op Guild. That is Steve and Kim. They are awesome, and you should check out their channel. That's where we're going to be doing that live stream. We should make a little comment thing on our YouTube thing to say that we're doing that. You know, a community thing. Oh, he's not going to do it. Okay, I will
do my best.
I can do it. What time will that be? That will be at 8 a.m. Central Time. 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Too early for the West Coast.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, for West Coast. Yes.
All right.
So sorry, Biren.
Sorry, but we can always watch it back.
Yep.
We appreciate everybody coming in.
Oh, and there'll be Kanji there too, of course, and of course Stephen King.
Kanji will be there. It'll be lots of fun.
Does Baron have more picks to share?
I do not. I apologize. That's it. That's all I got.
Dale, this is more than enough.
Just wait till next year.
Oh my gosh.
Watch after I wake up. There you go.
Sorry, Mike.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Thank you all. This was so much fun.
Super fun to have you all here.
Love doing this.
Shout out to everybody in the chat for being here and making this.
Yes, so interactive. It's really fun when it's interactive.
And remember how we used to actually do videos on this? Now this is way better to do it
so much better to just talk about it. It's so fun. 6:40 a.m. here. Time to get up. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right, because you're Europe? Somewhere in Europe? Yeah. 6 a.m. I'm usually up at 5. Oh, okay. Okay, good. There you go, Bjorn.
All right. I appreciate everything about everybody. I appreciate you.
I appreciate everything about everybody
That's
too.
right.
Everything about everybody.
Everything. All right. Thank you all for being here. If you're excited to see all the fun things coming up, what's this?
Don't even look. Don't even
Okay.
look.
Then, wait, what do we need?
I don't know. I need you to meet me at the table.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you all for joining. Happy 2024.
We appreciate all of you.
And we
Everything
appreciate you all.
appreciated.
We got
Appreciate it.
2025 coming up soon. That's all we got.